Everything sounds sarcastic when you say it. I'm like, does he have hot button topics?
Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he does.
Are we literally talking about hot buttons?
Yeah. All the kids are doing it on TikTok.
Really?
Hot buttons. I don't know.
Tide Pods?
I don't know. That's so pandemic.
That's so pandemic. Listen to you.
Let's get this podcast started. Here's your hosts, MJ and Nath.
Hey, welcome to the Pulp Culture Podcast, your weekly dose of all things pop culture, freshly squeezed for you. I'm Nath.
And I'm MJ.
And welcome back for another episode.
Welcome back.
First of all, happy Mario Day for us.
Yes.
When you get this, it'll be obviously...
April.
Yeah. It's not 16, 17. But yeah, for us it's March the 10th, which is when you put Ma and 10 together, that gives you Mario. So good old Nintendo and creating their own special day for themselves.
This has been mansplaining with Pulp Culture Podcast. I didn't know that was a thing anyway.
No, well, it luckily...
I needed it explained to me.
Well, listener Andrew actually gave us he said he worked out when we were recording next.
Okay.
Because we have sort of given away that we usually do it when we do.
Yep.
And he said, oh, if you're doing it on Mario Day... and gave me an idea for our feature segment, which we'll talk about a little bit later.
Well, thank you, Andrew.
So, yeah, thanks, listener Andrew. But we've got heaps to discuss, so let's get into the Zest.
Let's do it.
All right, Mr. Trailers. Anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, we haven't talked about the Lanterns trailer that's got the internet melting down.
I've got some thoughts on this.
Okay, well, this should be interesting.
Yeah, okay. All right, let's go for it. So, trailer was, just for those of you who might not have seen it, this is the TV series that's coming from our friends at Pepsi Max.
Yep.
Or HBO Max.
Yep.
And I'll talk about HBO Max soon. That'll be a good segue.
Okay.
We saw Hal and John.
Yep.
So Hal Jordan, John Stewart, both Green Lanterns, been working with each other for probably about 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, one's the mentor, one's the mentee.
Yep.
Or training. And it looks like a very dark series. From everything that we're seeing. Everything's very saturated. I don't know about you, but there wasn't a lot of colour. And, I mean, we'll talk about, obviously, the colour green that wasn't seen. But the actual saturation of the picture was very, very dark.
Yeah. It looks like an HBO show.
It looks like True Detective. I mean, I know it's had a lot of comparisons to it.
Yeah.
But I can definitely see that sort of that how people could see that.
But
very much so.
I mean, I haven't watched True Detective, but it looks like Breaking Bad or that sort of look.
Yeah. So yeah, they're sort of somehow they're in this town.
Yeah.
Investigating a supernatural event. That's what they're calling it, a supernatural event.
Yeah.
But I would say that we'll probably get something more intergalactic in that phrase. So, look, what was your thoughts on it?
I thought it looked great, but I didn't. A lot of the negativity sort of went over my head until I left my house, and then started hearing other people's opinions about it and realised that there was a lot of negativity about it.
Yeah.
And I mean, is it safe to say that the negativity that's around it is mostly because in this teaser, which it should be pointed out, it's a teaser.
Yeah.
It's not even a trailer.
No.
Is not set in space. Like, we don't see Green Lanterns in space. We don't see aliens. We don't see, pink villains or anything along those lines.
So there's
is that where the negativity is coming from?
Well, there's a couple of things, right? So we saw So there's a couple of things in the trailer which we saw. We saw Hal Jordan fly.
Yep.
With no sort of, construct or green aura around him.
No.
We saw Hal Jordan's, what we assume to be Hal Jordan's Green Lantern outfit.
Yes.
Which was...
Well, a Green Lantern outfit.
A Green Lantern outfit. I mean, the bow's been drawn that it's his.
Yeah.
And again, it's not a construct. It's actually a uniform,
physical suit.
Physical suit.
Yeah.
And also too that we didn't see any green on screen. So those
this, like as we mentioned last week,
Yeah.
I'm colorblind.
Yeah.
So green is a terrible color for me.
Yeah,
because
right.
when it comes to like particularly environments like what we see in the trailer,
Yeah.
everything sort of looks brown, but to a colorblind person, brown could be green, could be I struggle to tell when grass is alive or dead. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, this trailer is very brown, right?
I just assumed that the suit was green.
Everything is brown. Everything is
it's the Wicked Witch of the West all over
again. I think this trailer has dropped, and it's done exactly what they wanted it to do. They wanted to spark the conversation. If you remember, let's go back and look at a movie called Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, you remember when they first released the picture of Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yes.
The internet melted down.
Yes, it did.
Right. That was all done on purpose. They knew exactly what they were doing. It was all...
You reckon?
Absolutely it is. Like, they don't just do these things. That would mean that they would have to go back and they'd have to redo the entire show, the entire film, to change what Sonic was going to look like.
Why would they do that, though?
I think
in the case of Sonic, at least, why would they say, oh, look, here's crappy Sonic?
Yeah. I think they just do it
if
because...
If you want good Sonic, you've all got to go berserk on the internet.
And then what they do is they go, okay, we listened to you, we did some fanfare, and because we listened to you, here's Sonic. The other comment that was made about the Lanterns trailer also was that we didn't that Hal Jordan said that there's no other Green Lanterns, that they're all in space except for a squirrel. I think he referred to that, and that
he said there's no other humans.
There's no other humans, but obviously we've just seen Superman. Yeah, and we had Guy Gardner.
Yeah, but we don't know whether this
is in the same timeline.
Yeah, I feel like I heard something in development as to when this takes place, but we don't know whether it takes place before Superman or after, do we?
Well, the interesting thing about Hal in this, and again, it's a teaser.
Yeah.
But what we get from Hal
is a teaser.
That he seems to have lost hope, right? In people, in things. He seems a little bit downtrodden. He seems very skeptical and a bit mean-spirited, and that's not the Hal Jordan that we're used to.
Maybe he's just 50 like me.
Well, and that's what I'm kind of going with. You know, like they're talking about there's not a lot of green. If there's not a lot of hope, then we're not going to see a lot of green, right?
No.
The suit, yes, it might be tinges of brown and very dark green, but maybe that suit lights up. We're not going to get a Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern.
This is totally off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But do you think maybe what they're going to do as part of the marketing campaign is like the marketing campaign itself is going to start glowing?
I agree.
Like every time we see something new,
it gets a little bit brighter.
It gets greener.
Yeah, it gets a little bit brighter.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like maybe it's going to light up like the ring would.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what they're doing. Like it's called Lanterns, which for a Green Lantern story is different. Like we've never really had we've never really had a comic called Lanterns.
We've never had a comic called Lanterns. We've never had a TV series that's featured multiple Green Lanterns either.
I mean, maybe they're just really trying to separate it from the Ryan Reynolds movie.
Green Lantern, and I definitely would separate myself as well.
Well, maybe. I mean, I'm not as negative on the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern movie as some. I really enjoyed it. And it's one of the things that's been interesting this week. Working in the shop, I've heard a lot of opinions about this show and the teaser.
Yeah.
But also, it's made a lot of people compare it to the Ryan Reynolds movie.
Green Lantern, and they're saying, "Oh, it's such a better suit, and oh, the effects are so much better."
Yeah, and they're all like, "Oh, well, the Ryan Reynolds movie's in space," and the Ryan Reynolds, and so they're all alluding to all these positive aspects of the Ryan Reynolds movie, which,
funny.
To be honest, I've been waiting since the movie came out for that to happen.
Yeah,
and it's in a weird way, it's resulted in the movie getting a lot more love than I've ever heard it get.
Better the devil you know than the devil you don't, right?
I mean, my overall perspective on this is that this is a teaser.
Yes. I don't think it's giving us any. And the one thing that I noticed in the trailer, and I've watched it a couple of times now, just based on what I've seen of other criticisms.
Yeah.
And so I've gone back and I've rewatched it. If you rewatch it now, knowing what I'm about to say, you might see the trailer very different. They are wearing the same clothes pretty much the entire trailer.
Yeah.
So that means that it's one day out of the entire series that we are seeing, and that capture could be the first 20 minutes of the actual film.
Correct.
And TV series.
Yeah, and
right?
that's what happens particularly with teasers, but even with trailers for stuff like this.
Mm.
And you've got to remember, like, I don't know as much about True Detective, and I can't recall the name of the writer that's working on this. Please forgive me. That is working on this. That is from True Detective.
We'll insert it here.
Yeah.
The showrunner and writer of True Detective is Nick Pizzolatto.
But I do know Damon Lindelof. Damon Lindelof's come from Watchmen.
Yes.
And he's come from Lost.
Yes.
He's a J.J. Abrams a collaborator.
Yep.
He's all about, like, his stuff is all about the reveal.
Mm.
It's all about keeping secrets and teasing things.
Yep.
And Tom King's a bit the same.
Yeah.
Like, Tom King's writing is a bit the same.
Yeah.
He frequently features in his stories not shocking reveals, but just he leaks little details along the way. They're going to have had a hand in, like a big hand in what's been revealed in this teaser, what's going to be revealed in the trailer, and what's going to be revealed in the show. I'm sure they're just playing with us.
Okay, here's my prediction.
Okay.
My prediction is, and we'll revisit this when the show comes about. I think it's called Lanterns, not just because we've got two lanterns, but because we're going to see another lantern that's not necessarily green.
I agree.
I think we're going to get like a Sinestro or someone along those lines. As this anomaly, this cosmic event, this supernatural event, or whatever they're calling it. I think it's going to be caused by another lantern, and I think that's the purpose of the investigation.
I saw some stuff on the internet today, and I won't get too much into the details of it because I don't want to be, contributing to spoilers or whatever. It's not spoilers. Nobody knows.
Yeah.
But it was basically alluding to one of the other figures that we see in the trailer.
Yes.
And giving reasons as to why he might be playing.
Right.
He's pictured as a human in the trailer.
Yep.
But why in the actual show he might be a shape changer or an alien.
Yep.
And also potentially a lantern of another colour.
Yes.
Which tends to back up what you're saying.
Yeah.
There will be stuff in space. It might not be heaps.
Yep.
Like, this is meant to be, I think, a multi-season show.
Yes, it is. It's not a one and done.
No. So whether we get how many episodes is it? 8?
I think it's 8 maximum. It could be. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 8.
Yeah. Or 6 or 8 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But even if a lot of it is on Earth, this show, a bit like a Green Lantern, is just taking off.
Yeah.
So if the end of it is in space, but the rest of it isn't, I wouldn't be at all surprised.
Yeah.
But the Green Lanterns in the DCU, James Gunn's DCU, they're going to go to space.
Yeah.
We're going to see aliens. Yep. Like, they're not going to leave out Kilowog. They're not going to leave out Sarlacc. They're not going to leave out Chip and Arisia and Katma and all those.
Yep.
We're going to see them.
Yeah. We're going to see Guy Gardner again too.
But we as Snot are not going to see them in a 2-minute teaser 6 months from when the show comes out.
Yeah, and again, we go back to it's a teaser.
Yeah.
Everyone just take a breath.
Yeah,
And
it's fine that everybody's got opinions on it, but I think condemning the whole thing.
don't lose your mind over it.
No,
it's not worth it.
No, because you're just going to feel like a goose afterwards.
Yeah, and I think
trust me, I've been there,
and
I'll be there again.
And I think with the show, I think that this is a really clever marketing campaign.
Yeah,
I think they've taken the green out on purpose.
Yeah,
I don't think that we are seeing a finished product with the visual effects in it.
Well, it seems silly, but it's like, particularly in the old days, when you get a new superhero movie, how long would they wait before they showed you the dude in the suit?
Yeah, it was always the last trailer, right?
It's like Smallville.
Yeah.
He was in, the last episode?
It was the very last episode that we saw him. I mean, there was always a bit of a tease, but we never actually got him, Tom Welling, in a suit until season 9, I think it was.
So basically what I'm saying is that they're not going to show us the suit straight away.
No.
But a large part of what is Green Lantern is not one dude in a suit or two dudes in a suit.
Yep.
It's the green energy. It's
That's
the energy
right.
of will.
Yep.
And so, as silly as it might seem, they're not going to show us the green straight away.
And if
not in all its glory.
If Hal Jordan doesn't have the will, because obviously he's training John to take over.
Yeah.
So he seems a little bit bitter and twisted.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't have the same will, then from my understanding of all the years of being a Green Lantern fan, he's not going to be shining very bright anyway.
No,
right?
Maybe it's maybe as much as it's John's path to becoming a Green Lantern, it's Hal's path towards becoming a Green Lantern again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that there's been an event that's sort of turned Hal that way.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's ready to give it up and hand over, the lantern to somebody else.
He's probably screwed up his relationship with Carol Ferris again.
How many times has he done that?
Yeah, exactly.
How many times can she take him back?
Yeah, no, she's a patient woman.
Yeah, well, anyway. So, look, again, we go back to it. It's a teaser. Everyone hold 5. Let's see what the show's about.
Yeah.
I look from the other point of view, I'm actually really excited the fact they are kind of doing a police. They might not be galactic police in this one.
No.
But they are still doing it. It's a police procedural show. They are going to a crime site and investigate and to solve. Right.
The Green Lanterns are space cops.
That's right.
John Stewart at one stage was
military.
Yeah. It makes sense. It's the same. It's the same as the Wonder Man show being about him being an actor. He is an actor.
Yeah, that's right.
So of course it's going to be about being an actor. Cops.
Yeah.
Hal Jordan is not going to drop in on any situation where where an injustice is being done.
That's right.
And not stick his nose in.
Yeah.
Whether it's in space or not. He's not going to come across people in distress,
That's
wherever it is, and say, "Oh, sorry, you're not spacey enough for me.
Yep.
I'm going to sit this one out."
Yep. 100%.
No, it's going to be great, and I just more than anything, I just love that people are talking about it.
Yeah.
And I just hope people don't get too carried away because I think it's going to be sick.
Fully sick.
Yeah, fully sick.
And everyone's going to be green with envy that they made a mistake.
Yeah, I think it's been great. New episode every week. We'll talk about it.
Yep.
We'll talk about it here. We'll talk about it everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. I want to see a whole new corner of the DCU opening up.
I would recommend that if you haven't watched the first season at least of True Detective, highly, highly recommend it though.
Okay.
I think there's going to be a lot of bows drawn in comparison. I can see that from the trailer that they are that it could be seen as like a 4th season or 5th season of True Detective.
Yeah.
So I would recommend it.
Yeah, no, I'm totally down for that.
Yeah, because what do we got? July? I think
it's August.
July, August. Yeah. Well, I mean, it'll be US summer, so
yeah,
it'll be coming out in, and can't wait for it.
No, really, really pumped. I'm excited.
Well, I'm glad we feel the same way about the trailer. That's good. It's not that doesn't happen often.
No.
Our friends who are listening in.
Yeah,
So take it while you can.
Yeah. Enjoy that while it lasted.
What other trailers have we got?
We had a bit of a Daredevil teaser. There was like
Oh,
a
yes.
30-second Daredevil teaser.
Jessica Jones.
Jessica
teaser?
Jones
Yep.
was in it, yeah.
Yep.
And I mean, it was just, obviously it was 30 seconds long, but it was a really cool, nice little sizzle, I guess.
Yeah, between those two talking, that banter was back from Jessica Jones that we absolutely loved.
Yeah, and it
that
gave us a glimpse of Bullseye was in a
Bullseye,
kitchen, or
new outfit.
Yeah,
which is good,
and some more Fisk and stuff.
Yep.
And just exciting to know that that's a week or two away.
Yeah, Mike Coulter was on a podcast in the last week.
Okay.
And he was asked what his involvement is with Daredevil 2.
Okay.
He said he's got no involvement with Daredevil 2.
Yep.
But he has had discussions with Marvel to come back in a capacity of Luke Cage.
Okay.
Now, he didn't say that it was for Daredevil.
No.
He just said that he's had discussions with Marvel.
Yep.
And he is definitely coming back as Luke Cage in some capacity.
I hope so, because the Avengers need Luke Cage.
Yeah.
And especially if Jessica Jones is around.
Yeah.
I think, Luke Cage, if they don't bring him into the MCU proper at some stage, it's a big missing piece.
Well, Shang-Chi is going to be a feature in Doomsday as well as Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Why can't they bring, Iron Fist back in? Why can't they bring, Luke Cage into that, universe?
Well, Daredevil season 3 maybe.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I just recently did a rewatch of Defenders, and okay, there was a couple of things in that, but overall, I mean, it was still a good production.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
It was still a good production.
Yeah,
and I you know what I think it is? I think maybe it was just ahead of its time.
Yeah,
I think if they released Defenders now, and Luke Cage, Iron Fist, that type of thing, they may have done some tweaks and changes to sort of meet the audience now.
I need to do a rewatch of Defenders.
But it was really good. It was really. It was short and sharp, straight to the point.
Yeah.
Gave all four of them equal timing.
Yeah.
Brought back some other characters that we'd seen in Daredevil, in Iron Fist, in Luke Cage. Not only was it the four of them being brought together to work together, but it also gave us that small universe of Hell's Kitchen that they had built, and villains and assistants and stuff like that they had. So I think I just think it was ahead of its time, and
it was a nice little mini series.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
It was absolutely great. It's just a shame that it didn't sort of get the traction that it probably deserved.
I think, from memory, it sort of cop comparisons with the Avengers movies, and that's totally unfair.
Yeah,
it's not the same.
Even related.
No, well, it's I mean the same universe, but it's not the same level of story, and nor should it be. Like, even when the Defenders have got more powerful characters like Hulk and Doctor Strange and stuff, they're a more grounded team.
Yeah.
Look, it's a street level type thing, isn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it's pretty much street fighting, right?
Yeah.
The other thing too is that with the Avengers, the only real sort of force that we get of negativity is between Captain America and Iron Man. We really don't get that team. Kind of just works together.
They're pretty cohesive.
They're pretty cohesive, right?
Yeah.
Whereas the Defenders,
nerds making fun of other nerds.
Yeah, they are always on each other about abilities or about what they've just said or what they've what their powers are, or so it's a very different dynamic of team.
Yeah, it's fun.
And then you've got the Thunderbolts, which is probably somewhere square in the middle of that.
Yeah.
Right. So the different teams obviously provide different dynamic. I did hear on a podcast, and I wanted to ask you this question. I mean, I know we're in the Zest, but this is really, because we're talking about teams and stuff like that. What I've noticed is, and this probably goes on from when we had our conversation quite a number of episodes back, where we were talking about leading stars in films.
Yep.
Somewhere in like in the early stages of comics and TV and film, we had a lead that would go up against multiple enemies.
Yeah.
So, like Spider-Man, for instance, we would have those earlier films, we would have him going up against multiple enemies
Yeah.
and succeeding. And then somewhere, I would say in, the 90s, late 90s, everything shifted. We then had teams of heroes
Yeah.
going up against a villain. So if you look at Doomsday, for instance,
Yeah.
at the moment, what we're being alluded to is that it's going to be a gamut of heroes up against Doomsday, right?
Yeah.
And you look at what's happening is, like Defenders, perfect example. We had 4 of them going up against the Hand. It was one particular person
Yeah.
who had some assistance,
Mm.
but overall, it's a team of people going up against one big bad, one big villain.
Yeah.
Whereas in the past, we had one hero going up against multiple villains.
Video. Oh, yeah. Okay.
You see what I mean?
Yeah,
So we've kind of had this shift where it's all about teamwork now and not so much about the individual.
Yeah.
And I think what I'm excited to see, and we're still going to have the Punisher and we're still going to have the Hulk in it, but I'm hoping to see Spider-Man on his own working through a lot of this,
Yeah.
without Doctor Strange, without any assistance from, Mysterio, who ended up being the big bad anyway, but
Or from Tony Stark.
or
before
from
that.
Tony Stark before that, right? So I'd like to see an individual hero sort of work on their own merits for a little while
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
I'm not sure. Yeah.
It's an interesting question that was posed, right?
Yeah, it is interesting. I think, these days we seem to get sort of all sorts of different storylines.
Yeah.
We still do get sort of individual, superheroes or whatever going through their own adventures.
Yes.
But we also get team-ups, like we get Wolverine and Deadpool,
Yeah.
which comes with the banter and dialogue and stuff. And then we get great team stories like with Thunderbolts,
Yes.
aka the New Avengers.
Yeah. Which was fantastic.
Which was great
Yeah.
because there were all sorts of different dynamics from between different characters, and it was telling a great story about trauma and healing, and basically the gist of it was that you can't do anything worthwhile alone.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's great. We live in a reality now where we get all sorts of different types of stories. So
I don't have a problem with it. It's just an interesting observation.
yeah, totally.
That back in the 60s and 70s and 80s,
Yeah,
we sort of had this individual
yeah.
that would be the force of justice and right.
But it's sort of the style of story that people were used to at that time, wasn't it? Like it came from the westerns of the 1950s.
Yeah.
Where it was, the lone
Clint Eastwood against
riding into town and
righting the wrongs of
causing
the
more
posse.
trouble or cleaning up a mess or whatever. And it's evolved from then. And I guess we live in a different reality now where the cult of individualism and of enduring and tackling problems by yourself is not so much of a thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's
a good call.
probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Even characters like Batman, who,
Yeah.
back in the early 2000s, there was a shift in the Batman comics back to, it was just Batman, and his one-man war on crime.
And he couldn't do it.
He couldn't do it.
He couldn't do it.
No. And
it was
whereas,
too big for him.
Yeah, now it's, the emphasis, like, he still gets to do stuff by himself, and that's one of the benefits, I think, one of the appeals of absolute Batman is that he is, a young man still going through a lot of really complicated trauma and mental stuff.
Yep.
Largely by himself.
Yeah.
He's slowly developing a support team, but in the mainstream universe, in the comics, Batman is surrounded by people.
Yeah.
He's got multiple kids, for want of a better expression.
Yeah.
And his support crew is really admirable. So I think it's just an indicator of how we've changed.
Yeah, that's a good call. That's absolutely cool. Moving back to trailers as we digress.
Yeah,
anything else?
No, I didn't have any other trailers.
The only other one I wanted to mention, and while we've been talking about Mario, there was a trailer in our time that was dropped today. A new trailer, a lot more detailed, gives us a lot more storyline,
Oh, for
and
Mario. Yep.
for Mario, Super Mario Galaxy World. Is that what it's called? I think
Yeah, sounds good.
yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah.
We'll
Mario 2, I keep thinking of it as.
so we got a longer trailer. Probably wasn't necessary, to be honest. I think what they've sort of given us was probably enough. But I think they just want to hype it up a little bit more before it comes out in April.
Yeah.
We saw some extra villains. We saw some extra heroes. No sign of Donkey Kong, which is I would say that we'll probably see a small cameo by Donkey Kong in this one.
Okay.
There is talk of him getting his own animated film.
Yeah, bring it.
So I think that this will probably be a good segue to bring him into it.
Yeah.
And that will be the next film that they will announce.
Yeah.
After the fact.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that we will see it somewhere along the line. I mean, it was a bit like Yoshi at the end of the first film.
Yeah.
Where we got that small teaser of the egg, and obviously they'll go into a better explanation going forward.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, overall, it looks fantastic. I mean, it looks like it's going to be just as good as the first one.
Yeah.
The animation is amazing.
That first one was a beautiful movie.
Yeah, and this one looks amazing. I mean, it's going to be in space, so
yeah,
no Green Lanterns, but it's going to be in space.
You don't know that.
It's the crossover that we didn't really know we needed, right?
Yeah, I'm down.
But look, it's it was a great trailer. So
okay.
Again, if you want to know more about the film before going to see it, watch the trailer.
Yeah,
if you don't want to, then you don't need to, right? It's not a necessary one.
I haven't seen it, and it's not to say that I'm not going to watch it, but I'm not dying to see it.
No.
The trailer, that is.
Yeah.
But that's only because I've already made a decision to go and see it.
Yeah.
Like I didn't see the first one on a big screen. I watched it on television well after it had come out, and I really loved it.
Yeah.
But I saw enough to know that there's going to be a great benefit to seeing this next one on a big screen.
Yeah,
because as I said, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
So I'm down. I've just got to decide whether I'm going to get my Yoshi popcorn bucket. Have you seen it?
Well, I mean, it's in his in the egg.
Yeah, popcorn comes out of the egg.
Yeah, which is kind of cool.
He's so cute.
I would have liked to have seen it in the saddle, but you just reach it. But then again, that's a little bit unnerving, isn't it? You're reaching into his back and pulling out his innards.
Well, it's one of the things that I like about the popcorn buckets is when they can serve as a popcorn bucket, but also as a nice ornament.
Yes,
because you're not going to be feeling like even if you're not collecting them, if you buy 4 or 5 of these popcorn buckets, you're going to have them sitting around your house. Like, it's nice if they can serve the purpose as just an ornament as well.
You can put lollies or chocolate bars in it.
You put anything.
Yeah, you put anything.
Yeah, but no,
put your keys.
Yeah, but it makes a really nice sort of figurine for
for afterwards.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
But I'm down. I'm going to go see Mario 2.
Mario 2 Galaxy World.
I'm in.
I think Super Mario Brothers 2 Galaxy. Well, anyway, insert what it's called here.
Super Mario Galaxy World.
Is that correct? There you go.
Oh. It's called this. I just looked it up. The Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Right, there you go. That was close.
Moving on.
That was close. I added the world.
That
but, we always want the world, so we'll get it eventually in Mario. But that's all right. What other news you got?
My only other bit of news is some comic news.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I know we're talking about the Zest, but it's news.
Yeah, that's definitely news.
We were talking about Absolute Batman before.
Yep.
There's been reports that in Absolute Batman issue number 20, we're going to get not just one Robin,
5,
but 5.
5 Robins.
Did you see the list?
I did see the list.
I sent it to you today, didn't I?
No, but you did actually. Yeah, I apologise.
Come on.
Apologies.
Credit where it's due.
Okay, yeah, you did send it to me. Have you got the list of names?
I do, yeah. So
go.
Apparently we're getting... no, I've lost it. It's going so great.
This is great listening, everyone.
Apparently we're getting... no, I still can't find it. Let's see if I remember. Was it Tim,
Yes.
Duke,
Yes.
Dick,
Yes.
Stephanie?
Yes.
Who was the last one?
I don't know.
Jason?
Jason.
Damien?
Jason.
Jason. Okay, so some of the older ones.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, that's interesting. Look, I mean, everything in the Absolute Universe is always tipped on its head. It sounds like to me like they're a bit of a street gang by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
What I did find interesting is and I mean, we don't always trust covers, but there is a cover that we posted on our socials where we do have what may be Dick wearing a suit with an R on it, like a Robin.
Yeah, yeah.
So whether they're like a more of a sophisticated gang or not, I'm not too sure.
No, so
apparently, they're riding bikes. They're like a biker gang.
Bunch of Rob snobs.
They're
Is that what you're suggesting?
I'm not too sure. Like, you know, apparently they're riding bikes as well. Like they've got not push bikes, but motorcycles.
Okay.
So if you actually
it's
look
like
on
four bikes and like little Damien in the basket.
yeah, that's right. Just
under a towel.
Yep, over the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks great. So apparently apparently they have motorcycles. So it's a bit like an Akira-esque, you know, sort of motorcycle gang.
Okay, that could work.
So and Dick is the leader. That's kind of what, you know, what's been sort of floating around.
So I had an emotional response when I heard about this today.
Oh yeah.
But this is just me as a Nightwing fan.
Yeah.
Like Dick Grayson's my favourite.
Yeah. We know that
character. Like not
Yes.
out of all of the DC superheroes.
Yeah.
And I had an emotional response, feeling like, well, but Dick's got to be special.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, so he better. I mean, he's got to be the leader.
Yeah.
Because like I just felt very defensive about him coming onto the scene at the same time as the others, as opposed to being the first, which is
Agree.
As gatekeeping. Am I gatekeeping? Yeah, I guess I am.
Well, we gatekeep the characters that we know and love, right?
Yeah.
You
But
know?
I think that was what it was. But I think I was just being, you know, sort of defensive for my boy.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see what comes. If it's 5 Robins, then bring it on. And if they're on motorcycles, then that sounds really rad.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like I said, everything in the Absolute Universe is, you know, it's tipped on its head. So what we think we know, we don't know.
Yeah.
And what will be revealed and will be in awe and excitement. And I mean, to be honest, I trust what Scott Snyder's is doing at the moment. He doesn't seem to be stepping a foot wrong when it comes to this sort of new universe.
I'm I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm not, but from another point of view, I'm just putting my own desires aside because everybody seems to be enjoying Absolute so much.
Yeah.
You know, it's at the comic shop, we're selling them hand over fist. We just can't get enough. People are so excited about it. I'm kind of like just throwing my own desires to the wind because it doesn't matter what I want at the moment. It's kind of got an energy of its own.
Yeah.
So I'm just excited to see what happens and how people receive it because, it's really fun.
No, good stuff.
Yeah.
I got some news.
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger news.
Is he okay?
He is. He's definitely okay.
Okay.
He's going to do 3 new movies.
Well, okay.
I know, right? So Arnold, our friend of the show, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's come out, and King Conan movie is officially in the works.
Okay. Is that like an old man Conan thing?
Yeah, so King Conan. So we had Conan the Barbarian, and I think it was Conan. It was 2 films.
Yeah.
Conan and then Conan the Barbarian.
So he's coming back as Conan.
So he's coming back as King Conan. So Conan ends up becoming king of the land.
Yeah.
So this is now him.
Conan Land.
Conan Land. Look, I'm not a huge follower of the property.
No.
So please forgive me for, you know, any missteps that I'm saying about this.
No.
But okay, thank you. But he did go on the record as saying, you know, and I can't do an Arnold voice, so I'm sorry. I'd love to be able to do the impression.
Yes, you can.
I can't.
I
can't.
See, there it is.
I still go in there and kick some ass, but it will be different, you know. So anyway,
you can do it about as well as anyone.
Yeah, terribly. So he's getting involved with that. The interesting part about this, though, is who is going to be directing it.
Yeah.
We're getting Christopher McQuarrie, who is writing and directing King Conan.
So he of Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible, yeah.
Okay.
So
That seems like a logical place for him to go after finishing up with that franchise.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see where that goes. I love those kind of barbarian films anyway, and I think it'll be fun and silly. And I love that Arnold at his age is still doing films and still getting in there with action. I mean, obviously, we're not going to see him in the same way that we saw him back in the 80s. But again, it's really good. Now, I did mention that he's doing 3 films. It's not just Conan films that he's doing.
Yeah.
So apparently we have a Commando 2 in the works.
Okay.
Now, that's an interesting one. I don't know where they can go with Commando 2 because it was all about his daughter being kidnapped and he went, just to get back at him. And that he was pretty much on screen for 95% of the time.
Well, didn't Liam Neeson's daughter get kidnapped about 6 times?
Well, this is true, but I think Arnold's a little bit older than Liam Neeson somehow, and I just can't see him doing the same action that he did in Commando.
So it's been called Command-Don't.
Commando. But anyway, look, I'm interested to see what happens, right? You know, again.
And so, what's the next one? Triplets?
No, well, there was an idea for triplets.
Retired kindergarten cop?
No, haven't you heard this story?
No.
So Eddie Murphy tells this story.
Yeah.
And apparently Arnold went up to him and he goes, I got this idea. We're going to be triplets, Danny and me. And then we find out you are one of the triplets. And Eddie Murphy just cracked up and he's like, okay, man, let's do it. And it never happened, right?
That's a terrible shame.
It'd be wild.
Yeah.
It'd be absolutely wild. But anyway, the third film in the Arnold Schwarzenegger trilogy will be Predator, another Predator film.
Oh, okay. So it is another sequel.
Yeah, so another sequel.
Yeah.
Look,
I think we might have talked about this one.
Yeah.
I think we might have heard something about this one.
Well, if you remember, was it Predator? No, it wasn't Predator Badlands. It was Killer of Killers.
Yep.
We saw and spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
We saw at the very end where we saw Dutch on ice.
Yes.
So Dutch was the Arnold Schwarzenegger's character in Predator.
Yep.
We saw him on ice.
Yep.
So I know Danny Trachtenberg. Is Trachtenberg? Is that how you pronounce his name?
Something like that.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Close enough. Director Danny.
Yeah, he has wanted to bring Arnold Schwarzenegger back into the fold after doing Prey and Badlands.
Yeah.
And I think that this is going to be the way to do it.
Yeah.
Is he going to be the lead in it? I think not. I think he's going to be like the last couple of Terminator films where he's there, he has a presence, he makes a point, and handing over the reins, so to speak.
Yeah.
But again, I love the Predator films, so I'm really excited to see, one of my favourite characters, Dutch, back in the fold.
I'm happy to see Arnold back in any of those 3 movies.
Yeah.
I don't know whether I've seen the first Commando. Maybe I have.
Oh, it's great. It's silly fun.
Yeah.
And it's probably one of those films that's probably got more awesome puns in it than most of those 80s films combined.
Do you know if, say, Conan, what is it, King Conan?
King Conan.
If that comes out, say, it won't come out next year.
28. I reckon 2028.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's going to come out.
Do you know how long it's been since Arnold was Conan in a movie?
Oh, it would be...
in 2028, do you know how long it'll have been?
It'll be, 50, 60 years?
44 years.
Yeah, there you go. See?
Since the last time he played Conan.
Yeah,
because he did it twice.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
But 44 years.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's amazing.
It's amazing. One day I'll tell the story of when I met Arnold Schwarzenegger, but I won't tell it for this show because it'll go on forever.
Okay.
But I'll name drop another time. So
all right, stay tuned, listeners.
Yeah. We're also we're talking about spin-offs and we're getting a Monarch spin-off. So Monarch Legacy of Monsters.
Yeah, so this is with Wyatt Russell.
Wyatt and Kurt Russell.
Both of them.
Yeah, so this is the spin-off is with that character who is Lee Shaw.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you who might not be watching the show, Wyatt and Kurt Russell are obviously father and son.
Yep.
Playing the same character in different time periods. And I loved this idea when I first started watching the TV series.
It really works.
And it works perfect. It absolutely works perfect in every way, shape, and form because they're both great actors.
Yeah.
And they complement the character so well in their time periods.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic. So we are getting they're sort of on a bit of a press junket at the moment, talking about Monarch, the new season.
Yeah.
And they sort of let it out that they are doing a new spin-off series.
Well, the only thing that puzzles me about that, because I haven't, I confess,
Yeah.
I did say last week I was going to have watched.
And you haven't
No, I haven't.
let everyone down.
I have.
Apologies,
Yeah.
everyone.
No, well, I'm coming clean. I'm not going to pretend.
So not good enough.
How is Monarch not already a Lee Shaw show?
Yeah, well, I mean...
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I think that this is going to do is this is the and again, spoilers here.
Spoiler alert.
It's the in-between of when he obviously finishes up with when he comes back after being away.
At the start of in season one.
Yeah, in season one.
Yeah.
And when we first see him in detention, if you want to call it,
Okay.
I think that this is what we're going to see and why it led to him being where he is.
Okay.
I think that's what we're going to get.
So they're going to go back and fill in
the gap.
more stuff that we haven't seen.
Yeah, fill in the gap. And this might not necessarily be about the kaijus as much.
Yep.
This might be more about the Cold War, cloak and dagger, sort of spy-related part of Monarch that we've sort of got little bits of, here and there.
Interesting.
So yeah, look, Wyatt was sort of raving about how this is we're seeing a completely, exciting and different Lee Shaw than what we've seen already.
Yep.
And they seem to be really pumped about doing it. So
They must be having a ball.
Yeah.
If they're willing to be exploring these options.
yeah. What that says to me, though, is how much longer are we going to see Lee Shaw in Monarch Legacy of Monsters?
Oh, that's a good point.
Are we sort of coming to the end of a storyline here?
Yeah.
And that's where they're now going to shift into another, series?
Is it going to be the Andor to
Yeah.
Monarch's Rogue One?
Yeah, that's right. So you can sort of see what I mean.
Okay.
However, we've got a good cast,
Yeah.
right? We've got a good ensemble cast that can carry this over. We're definitely season 2. We're definitely moving into uncharted waters that which we didn't see in the first one.
Yeah.
And there's definitely some divisions of authority and splits and all sorts of things that are happening right now. So it'll be interesting to see where it sort of travels for the rest of the season. I mean, we've only had 2 episodes so far.
Yep.
And both of them have been fantastic.
Well, I will 100% have watched them by next week.
Talking about
I wouldn't just say that.
with Toy Story 5 obviously coming out later this year.
Yep.
We have now got news that a Monsters Inc. 3 is in the mix.
Very excited about that.
Very excited about that. Pixar seem to be on a roll at the moment.
Yep.
They've just had their new film which dropped this week our time.
Hoppers?
Hoppers.
Hoppers?
Hoppers.
Okay.
That's the sequel.
Yep.
Hoppers, which has been released just over the last week.
Yep.
And extremely successful. It's made 2/3 of its its production budget within 3 days.
Oh, wow.
So they are on fire, and they are probably, I don't know if they'll do $1 billion, but it's one of their highest grossing it's I think it's in their top 3 so far of highest grossing.
Yeah.
Outside of Coco, I think Coco was probably one of their biggest ones as well.
Okay.
So yeah.
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it,
again,
but I don't know whether I'll get to the theatre or whether it will be Disney
Look,
Plus for me.
It'll be interesting, right? I mean, because we did have, what was it, Monsters University that they did as a series.
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
That was good. That was good.
That was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sort of kept the property alive.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Monsters at Work, it was called.
Oh, Monsters at Work.
Mhm.
So yeah, look, let's see what happens from there. In further sequel news, we are getting a Ghostbusters animated series.
Excellent.
I have some reservations about this.
Why?
Well, from what it's been described as,
Yeah.
that it's going to be from the perspective of a ghost, not of our Ghostbusters.
Okay.
Yeah. And this is a Netflix series, and look, we haven't seen any imagery from this. We haven't seen any, who's attached for it, who's directing it, who's writing it, who's anything.
Is it going to be like a fly on the wall type thing or something?
I don't know. And this is
from Slimer's point of view, or
well, I mean, for those of you who have seen Ghostbusters Afterlife, we did get a ghost return.
Yes.
Who assisted but didn't assist, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look, it's going to be an interesting one. I mean, I've got some high reservations about this. I think the property is so rich that we don't need to do too much of a crazy spin on this.
No.
I think it would be great to see maybe an older set of Ghostbusters handing it over to a new guard of Ghostbusters, and some really
that's what the last couple of movies have been, though.
Yeah, but let's do that as an animated series, right? Or let's continue that on. Or
I don't mind them playing around with it, because one of the things about the Ghostbusters world, especially as we've had more films over the last few years, to me is that they have. There's all sorts of different types of ghosts, right?
Yeah.
Like in the original 2 movies, you'd always hear, Ray talking about this is that type of ghost, this is that type of ghost, these are different ones, these can do that, all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So there's like a limitless amount of types of spectres and ghosts.
100%.
So I'm open-minded about it. I think that if they decide to try and do something different, I think that's probably not a terrible idea.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we got, what was that Ghostbusters one that wasn't so great?
Which one?
With Chris Hemsworth in it.
Oh, I didn't hate that one.
Yeah, well, I mean, that definitely isn't on my top list. But,
no, I mean, I know that it didn't hit the same with a lot of people, but I still thought it was fun.
It's going to be titled Ecto, it's just saying that it's from the ghost's perspective. We're also getting another film or another TV series. I'm not too sure. It's a little bit vague at the moment, but essentially what it is, it's set in the 90s, and it's around the same time as...
So this is a separate thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is separate. So we're getting a live action and we're getting an animated series.
Yeah.
And so this is set around the time of... Who was the environmental guy? What was his name? Peck. Walter Peck.
Yep.
That's his name.
Walter... EPA did.
This is around Walter Peck becoming mayor.
It's not a Walter Peck show, is it?
Well, I don't know. Again, set in the Ghostbusters universe, set in the 90s when Walter Peck was mayor.
Okay.
So I'm not too sure what... Again, it's very vague news that's coming out of Netflix about this stuff.
They're definitely trying some different stuff. That's for sure.
Yeah, and this is what concerns me. Sometimes, Netflix just grabs something, throws it on a wall, and hopes it sticks.
To me, this says that there's more Ghostbusters movies coming.
Oh, look, I mean,
because they might make a Ghostbusters TV series along the lines of the formula of the movies if they weren't going to be making more movies.
Yes.
But if they're trying different stuff like this,
yeah,
to me that says that the mainline movies are still going to be being produced.
Yes.
Which I'm fine with.
Yep.
I think the Ghostbusters movies are great fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'd say they're just trying some different experimental things around the edges just to flesh out the universe or whatever.
Which I think they could do very easily with the characters that they already have.
I'll check it out.
Yeah. So anyway, watch this space. We'll bring you more when we find out.
Who are you going to call?
I'm going to call the regular show.
Okay.
Because new episodes will be dropping in May.
Awesome.
So for fans of the regular show,
Me,
raise your hand.
Yep.
Don't do it if you're driving. But
or recording a podcast because no one will see you.
No one will see you. But yeah, we're getting Mordecai and Rigby are back.
Yeah, awesome.
With the rest of the team. It'll be really interesting to see how they're going to start the new series based on how it ended with the other one.
I don't know whether I've seen the end of the other one.
They all die. But, you know, Ghostbusters, who are you going to call? They're going to come back as ghosts.
There it is.
There's the Crossing of the Streams. But, yeah, that'll be back in May.
Yep.
So really, 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 really looking forward to that one.
Bring it, because I've been rewatching regular show pretty rapidly over the last couple of years, and I love it.
Yeah, I did a rewatch probably about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And revisited it all.
I need me some fresh pops.
Yeah, absolutely. Talking about other animated series that's dropping shortly will be Invincible.
Yeah.
So that's dropping March 18.
There's lots of excitement about this one.
We're getting the first 3 episodes.
Yep.
A bit like they did with the previous season, with season 3.
Yep.
And then each one will drop a week after that.
Yep.
So we'll get March 25 on episode 4, April 1st for 5, April 8th for 6, April 15th for 7, and then April 22 for 8.
Okay.
So we're getting 8 episodes again.
Yep.
It's all going to be wrapped up by the end of April, which is great.
Yep.
I don't know if it's going to be great because I think we've only got one left in us after that.
Yeah.
By how they're traveling at the moment. I mean, it is loosely based on the comic. There is lots of different liberties. I don't know if you've read the comic, but
I have. I've started reading them, but I've read very little.
It is there is a lot of change in the series, but
I'm kind of not rushing my reading of the comics because I want to
wait.
Well, I want the show because the show is really surprising.
Yeah.
And so I don't want reading the comics to spoil the show for me, I think.
Yeah, and look, there's I think it's probably a good reason too, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I like I said, I'm excited to, see it.
There's lots of excitement around the place.
It should be.
Like we're selling heaps of Invincible comics at the shop.
Yeah, really. Is that at All Star Comics?
Yeah.
Excellent.
And not just the normal trades, but like the big omnibus things.
Oh, right.
Like selling a lot of them at the moment.
Yeah, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, people are pumped.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Talking about being pumped, this is the last little bit that I've got for news, and then we'll move on to something else. I just wanted to ask you how you felt about having painkillers in your ice cream.
Who put painkillers in my ice cream?
Yeah, this is an interesting one, right? This is not normally something that we would talk about, but I think this is...
I would say not.
I think this is pop culture worthy, right?
Okay.
So a new ice cream, unique ice cream is being created in the Netherlands to get the attention that, based on this concept. And the idea is that some of these specialty ice cream shops are experimenting by adding paracetamol into their ice cream to get people to take. So when they've got a headache. So they're calling it the headache ice cream. Right? And so they're saying that the idea plays on two things people already use for headaches: cold treats and over-the-counter medication. And so
they're roofing people's ice cream.
Roofing people's ice cream. Just in case they've got a headache. I want to know whether this also helps to, like, when you get the cold headache.
I want to know how many painkillers they had when they came up with this idea.
Well, how do you measure, right? So some people might only take one tablet. Some people might take two. Depending on the severity of pain, you may even, want to overdose a little bit and take three. But, how do you measure?
What if you've just broken up with your boyfriend or something? Like you're going to sit and eat a whole punnet of
paracetamol ice cream?
Panadol ice cream.
Not a sponsor. How's that?
That's very random. It's random that they're doing it. It's random that you brought it up.
I think it's fantastic. I love it just for the fact that it's out there and people are trying something. But
Tylenol ice cream,
and we get to talk about it.
Okay, that's a first for our podcast.
Yeah. So watch this space. We'll probably see one of the big pharma companies opening their own ice cream store soon.
It's related to pop culture. We talk about snacks.
Yeah.
We talk about things like we talk about popcorn and burgers and all sorts of stuff that you eat when you're gaming that makes sense.
So maybe soon you'll be getting no dose chocolate.
Yeah. You'll have to. Yeah. It's you're taking your Panadol by the scoop.
Yeah, that's.
You're going to measure it out by the scoop.
Yeah. Do you want one or two scoops? One scoop is going to equal one tablet, so you'll need to get two scoops. Okay, no worries. But my question to you is, how does it work with a cold headache? So like when you get the freeze brain,
I did
freeze
think
brain.
of that, yeah.
Does that counteract that?
No, I can't imagine it would.
Well, I want my money back then.
So because then they would have just invented ice cream headache-free ice cream.
Well, would you call that antifreeze?
Hope you did a drum effect there.
I definitely did.
Oh, God. All right.
Yeah. So
are we moving on?
We are moving on to the tomb. All right. So really exciting news this week is that coming up, we are getting a Rick O'Connell action figure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
who's doing this?
Tomb related. So this is actually coming out from Factory Entertainment. Okay. So the look of him is fantastic. He looks really on point.
Wow, that's amazing.
He's wearing the sculpting of his face is great. So we're getting so it's a 1/6 size figure. So a 1/6 size is obviously a little bit bigger. I'd say it's probably around about the Black Series Star Wars figure size.
He looks great.
This is going to drop on of all days too. It's Friday, March 13th. So Friday the 13th. And
he's got the sexy Rick O'Connell scarf on.
Yeah, he's fantastic. We'll put a post on our socials so you can see him in all his glory.
We will. I've just made a note.
I liken this very much to the Indiana Jones figures that they did a couple of years back.
Yeah.
I think it's right on point to that.
Yeah.
He would actually go great with those figures as well.
Well, I got one of those Indiana Jones figures, and if he's anything like the right scale, I'd love to have Rick O'Connell next to him.
Can you imagine those two back to back together?
What if that's a dream come true?
It really, what a crossover movie that would be, right?
I just need to throw in a Tintin and Snowy and.
But that's dropping on March 13. There's no price at this stage. You can check out, and this is a bit of a shout for those guys. Definitely not paid to broadcast, but factoryent.com. So it's factory, the word factory, ent.com.
Okay.
If you want to grab yourself a copy for that, grab yourself a figure. I'll definitely be jumping on there and hoping that I can secure one.
He looks great.
It doesn't say whether it's limited or not. It just says that's when it's going to be coming out. So that's it for the Tomb. Painkiller ice cream and all.
Yes. That's got me shook.
Should we maybe do a little bit in the aisle?
Yeah, let's do that.
Burger King presents 4 bright, colorful Star Wars glasses.
Hey, it's Luke Skywalker.
And the princess.
Gee, wow!
Get your kids a different Star Wars glass each week. Buy a regular serving of Coke for 59 cents plus tax. Get Chewbacca. Get Darth Vader. R2-D2 and C-3PO.
What mission are you talking about?
We can get all 4.
Star Wars glasses at Burger King until August 17th.
All right. What have you been reading?
I've been reading a bit actually.
Oh,
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I've done okay actually.
yeah, good.
I have finished off the DC KO event.
Yep.
I read issues 4 and 5 this week.
Did someone get knocked out?
Well, lots of people got knocked out.
Okay.
Yeah,
to know.
that's the way that a knockout tournament works.
Yeah, right. Okay.
But yeah, no, I read the finale. I won't spoil it for anyone that is reading it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it sort of was a bit of a fizzer in the end for me.
Oh.
But,
Oh.
yeah, well,
You've been a big supporter of this.
I have, but
Yeah.
but I've also been, just enjoying it for what it is too.
Right.
Like, I mean, I'd never had any real expectations that it was going to, change the whatever it is, hierarchy of power in the DC universe or anything like that. But it was, yeah, it sort of got to what a lot of these big DC events. It got to the same point where, in the end, it basically just sort of sizzled that there was going to be another event down the track. So I think they sort of basically, again, I'm trying not to spoil it, but they basically sort of set things up for stuff that might potentially come down the track. Which,
okay.
yeah, it is, I guess, a bit of an eye roll, but at the same time, we've done this before. It's not our first crisis, and it won't be our last.
It definitely won't be our last. Right?
So yeah, no, it was good fun. But as I said, I always sort of took the whole event as what it was, and that was a bit of gratuitous fun.
Right.
But yeah, no, I finished those off. Another thing that I read this week that a lot of people have been talking about is Batman #7.
Yep.
Have you seen this one?
I have seen this one.
Yeah. Have you
Yep.
read it?
No, not yet.
Okay. You read them digitally, don't you?
I do read them digitally.
I'll be interested to see how.
Oh, with the fold out, the
Yes.
gate fold.
Yeah.
It's a massive splash page, isn't it? It's like 4 pages.
It's 4 pages.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
that's something that they advertised. It's written on the cover, so it's not like a
I
spoiler
have
or anything
seen.
like
I
that.
have seen a quick snippet of it.
I'll be interested to see how that works in
works.
a digital.
Yeah, I can show you.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I'll show you.
Because
Most likely, it'll come out, or it'll probably be.
like a big zoom.
It'll just it'll just be the whole page.
Yeah.
And then you've just got to zoom in to see everything.
Okay.
The good thing about Comixology is they've got this technology where you can tap, and it will then zoom in on certain panels.
Okay.
So it's a little bit it really it's very intuitive to what you want to see.
Yeah. No, I'm interested
yeah.
to see in this because I have read a bit of stuff on Comixology, not
Yeah.
heaps, but when I can't get physical stuff, I do read stuff on there.
Yeah.
But I'm just curious about how this one will work because
Yep.
in the physical form, it is really effective.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't really cynical because that's not my nature, but I was hoping that it would land in a way that was effective as a storytelling device.
Yep.
And I really thought it did. So I'll be interested to hear what other people think. I think generally it's been received really, really positively.
Yep.
And it's been a much sought after issue, as it should be. It was a really great episode
Yep.
in the ongoing Batman story from Zdarsky and is it Zdarsky or Fraction?
Matt Fraction.
Apologies.
Yeah, Matt Fraction.
From Fraction and from Jimenez.
Yeah.
So yeah, I read that. I also read the Marvel Team Up facsimile edition of the team up of Spider-Man and Invincible.
Right. Yep.
And I really enjoyed that. I'd never read that before.
Yep.
So it was fun to have a read of that. Great artwork and
Yep.
great dialogue back and forth between Mark Grayson and Peter.
Yep.
So yeah, that was a really fun issue that a lot of people were seeking after this week. How about yourself?
Yeah, look,
Before I go on too much, because I have read other stuff, but I'll give you a word.
Yeah, no. Look, the only one I really wanted to talk about for this episode is a new book that's out from Mad Cave. I seem to be sort of gravitating towards some Mad Cave books at the moment. It just must be my bag. But Barbarian Behind Bars, issue number 1. Not sure if you've heard about this one or not.
No, I haven't.
So it's written by Elliot Callan, and the artist is Andrea Mutti, Mutti, or
probably
Mutti.
yeah.
Mutti. Anyway, either way, potato tomato.
Mutti.
Barbarian Behind Bars
Yep.
is literally what it is. So there has been an event where our barbarian, his name is Darkor.
Mhm.
He is battling an enemy and takes his head off and this is all in the middle of New York.
Oh, okay.
And after it's all over, he then gets arrested and taken to prison to stand trial.
Okay.
And his court-appointed attorney is trying to get out of him what has taken place.
Yeah.
But he doesn't speak English.
Mm.
And we get sort of a very basic background story of why he was battling and why he's a barbarian.
Yeah.
And then seeing some of his time in prison and, what we would normally see in TV shows and films when a new guy comes into prison and, the argy-bargy that sort of comes from leadership. So
Could walk up and punch the biggest guy in the nose.
yeah, well, and then some. But
Oh, okay.
this is really interesting. It's like I can imagine, this being pitched,
Mm.
and I love what I love about Mad Cave is they're quite happy to try something different and try something new.
They are producing some good stuff.
Yeah, something that's really off the wall.
Yeah.
And this is really right in that pocket. So the artwork's great, storyline's interesting. We get some quieter moments because obviously he doesn't speak.
Yeah.
And when he does, nobody understands him. And yeah, I'm really interested to see where this goes.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's a limited series or not, but yeah, Barbarian Behind Bars from Mad Cave, highly recommend.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm really enjoying some of the stuff that Mad Cave's got going on at the moment.
Absolutely.
Their Acid Stained Heart is
Yes,
Mad Cave.
Yeah, which we're big fans of.
Yeah. And I have to say, they produce really nice physical books too.
Yes. Yeah.
Like the paper quality and stuff that they use. I know it's not a big deal, but to some people it is.
Yeah.
They're nice quality books.
Yeah, it feels like they really care about their properties.
Yeah.
And that also
It feels
comes
like
with publication.
it's a premium product.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm a big fan of what they're doing at the moment as
Yeah,
well.
so yeah, it seems to be, there's a little bit of talk about it, which is great. I really hope that people really sort of take up the mantle of Barbarian Behind Bars.
Okay. No, I'll have to look out for that one.
Yep.
Anything else? What else have you been?
No.
Too busy?
No, I've been too busy.
All right.
I've been too busy watching Lantern's trailer over and over and over to see if I can see stuff.
See any redeeming qualities?
No, nothing. It's a teaser. And we're going to tell you that. We're going to keep teasing you with a teaser.
It's going to be great.
Yep, looking forward to it.
Anyway, so I've read a few other bits and pieces, so I'll quickly whip through them. I read the latest issue of Absolute Wonder Woman. This is the second part of
Zatanna.
Zatanna.
Yep.
So the story's called Season of the Witch.
Yep. That looks great.
It's really good.
I've seen some pages already.
Yeah.
I've got it. I haven't read it yet, but I've seen the pages and I'm like, ooh, that looks good.
This is another issue that really lives up to the scale of Absolute Wonder Woman. Like I have said previously that I really enjoy Absolute Wonder Woman, perhaps even more than Absolute Batman, and it's partly because of the large scale of it. Like there's a lot of kaijus and stuff.
Yep.
And as we see on the front cover of this issue, Giganta who's a traditional Wonder Woman villain.
Yeah,
is
fantastic.
in it, basically, Attack of the 50-Foot Woman in
Yeah.
the DC universe.
Yeah.
Is
she
a
that size,
protagonist.
or does she grow in size like the old Super Friends cartoon?
Well, I won't spoil too much of what happens in the comic, but she
Okay.
does change size.
Okay.
And that's probably where I'll leave it, because
Yeah.
there's some really fun surprises in this issue.
Yep. Good call.
But there's some great stuff with Giganta, a little bit more stuff with, quite a bit more stuff with Zatanna.
Yep.
Really pushes her story forward, which is great. And also some interesting stuff with some of the other members of the quote-unquote Suicide Squad
Yep.
that we saw from the previous issue.
Yep.
It was a really great issue. I really, really enjoyed it.
Now, got a question for you while we're talking about Absolute Universe.
Yeah.
In KO, there was a remark towards the end of the book
Mhm.
that used the phrase "absolute" in it.
Mm.
Is that sort of leading us to a crossover, do you think, or a
How far have you read into KO?
none?
Well,
Without spoiling.
because I was thinking of you when I was reading this.
Yeah.
But if you want an absolute, no, you were saying you didn't need an absolute and regular DC universe crossover.
But we're going to get one.
We
get one.
We've had it.
We've had Batman and Batman together, haven't we?
Well,
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
yeah. If you read on in DCKO,
Yeah.
we've had quite a bit more than that.
Okay. All right. Okay. Exciting.
So it's done.
Okay.
It's done basically. Like
But wasn't that one of the last panels though, where we were told we're getting an absolute crisis or
there's
an
more
absolute?
there's more than a panel.
Oh, it was more on the panel.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Like the ending, I think probably alludes to more. But
Yeah. And that's probably
as
where
far as the meeting of the two universes goes,
Yeah.
like in the style of the old Earth 1, Earth 2,
Yeah.
Justice Society, Justice League things,
which is what you were sort of alluding to
Yeah.
a couple of episodes ago.
it's done.
Yeah. Okay.
And if you want to read it, you got to read the last, at least the last issue. But I would suggest the last two issues of DCKO.
Is that where Scott Snyder's comment in saying that we were going to have a big absolute crossover?
I don't
or
know.
Do you think this is something
I
different?
don't know, because I never saw those comments.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether this is what he was referring to or whether he was referring to something down the track.
That's coming.
But it could be both.
Yeah. Right.
Because it's, as I say, it's not. I mean, I guess it's spoilers slightly, but
Yeah.
there's the characters are featured heavily in marketing for DCKO the
Yep.
last couple of issues, and there is interactions between
Okay.
both universes.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, it's done.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
I can lend you the issues if you want to have a
Yeah.
look.
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Good. What else you got?
The only other things. Oh no, I've also got. I just wanted to give a brief shout out to something that came out in the shop this week.
Yep.
I'm trying really hard not to, come across as like just Well, I work in a comic book shop now, so
Yeah.
I'm
Comic books.
going to talk about stuff. But
You're that comic book guy.
yeah,
Worst cameo ever.
I'm really excited about this particular product because it's my favorite character. It's Nightwing.
Yep.
And it's the DC Compact Comics, which we've talked about
Mm.
previously. This week, we had some new DC Compact Comics come out, and it was Nightwing Leaping into the Light, which is the
Tom Taylor.
Yep. Bruno Redondo run.
Yep.
Um,
I actually think I might get some physical media.
Yeah.
So based
well,
on this.
I mean, this is in Australian dollars,
Yep.
it's $18.95 for the entire run.
That's a bargain.
And it's in a compact form. You
Yep.
can hold it all in your hands,
Yep.
all at once.
Yep.
And I just think that's delicious.
Yep.
And
Delicious.
well, it is.
Yeah, you're right.
And it's also great because, like, for someone like me who's now in a position to be able to enthuse about comics to people who want to get into comics,
Yep.
to be able to hand them something like that,
Mhm.
featuring my favorite character, featuring in my opinion, the best writing of that character that's ever been,
Yep.
and some beautiful art,
Mm.
all in the one volume for a great price,
Yep.
is just wonderful. So I'm really excited about it. So I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah, perfect.
Because the compact comics are just going from strength to strength.
Mm.
You know, we've got some great stories available for them already, and there's more planned down the track. But this is probably the one I'm the most excited about because, Nightwing's my boy. And yeah, so I'm really pumped about that. And the other thing, this afternoon, I had today off, so I sat and I read some comics.
Yes.
I read some more of my Indiana Jones comics from the 80s.
I saw that.
Still loving those.
Yep.
The last couple have been drawn by Steve Ditko.
Oh.
I should mention as well.
Really?
Yeah, the comics legend, Steve Ditko.
Yeah. Did a lot of Spider-Man.
He does
so.
well, he was co-creator, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But he draws a great Harrison Ford. It's arguably some of the best Indiana Jones art that I've seen.
Okay.
It sort of it captures his likeness, but without overdoing it. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like sometimes when they're trying to capture the likeness of the actors, it is almost a bit too much.
Yep.
But no, he does a really good job. Anyway,
if you could own art of a artist, who would you want to own art of?
just in general,
Yeah.
George Perez.
George Perez.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
He's
Titans.
He's my goat.
With Titans.
Yeah, Titans or Superman.
Yeah.
Or even Wonder Woman. Some of the stuff he did for Wonder Woman in the 80s was beautiful.
Yeah. I want Darwin Cook.
Yep, that's
I want
fair.
a Darwin Cook one. That if I could own something.
Both.
If I could afford.
Yeah. Rest in peace, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Um,
Enjoy your drawing.
Yeah. No, I read another one of these Piao comic books this afternoon.
Oh yeah.
It's by the same author of A Toad in the Fall.
Okay. Yep.
A Frog in the Fall.
I saw
I
you
read.
posted that.
Yeah, and this one was one of her previous works called Stages of Rot.
Yep.
Which is, I didn't realise how science fiction-y it was.
Oh, okay.
It's about it's about a whole lot of things, but it's basically about a giant whale that dies.
Yep.
And what happens with the remains of its body, and how it affects the world and worlds around it.
Yeah.
In the aftermath of it over a number of years and even centuries,
Okay.
I think.
Yep.
But it was beautiful. Yeah,
Yep.
it's just another, like I like all these Piao books. It's just a really beautiful work of art. A nice object to hold in my hands, and just a really beautiful work of visual science fiction. So
Yeah, nice.
it's by Linnea Sturter, I think
Right.
is how her name's pronounced. She's Swedish.
Glad you're
But-
saying it, not me.
Yeah, hopefully I've got it close.
Yeah.
But no, that was just a really beautiful book too. So I wanted to mention that was something that I had a flick through today.
Now tell me, have you read? So I loaned you a book, which
Yes.
was Silver.
I've started, yes,
Silver of Treasures and Thieves.
yes,
Which is done by Stefan Frank.
yes.
I think that's how you pronounce his name.
I think so. Yep.
How are you finding it?
Good. Yeah. No, I've only read, I think, the first couple of chapters or issues.
Yeah.
So I'm still sort of getting into it.
Yeah.
But it's really good.
It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it was always going to be a bit of a slam dunk because it's that's set in the early 20th century.
Yeah, that's right.
In the wake of Jonathan Harker's funeral.
Yep, that's right.
The Jonathan Harker from Dracula. Sorry.
Dracula. Yeah.
And yeah, no, it's really good so far. I'm really enjoying it.
Could you see how this could be easily a prestige TV series
totally.
or a film, like a franchise film?
Yeah, completely. Yeah,
I would love to see this.
Yeah, the potential for spectacle and great costumes and
Yeah.
the period type stuff is great.
And a heist set around vampires. What a great concept this is.
Awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
It does. It really sort of has that Ocean's 11 type heist feel, but just in a different, really attractive setting.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I've started it,
Yeah.
and I'm really enjoying it.
One thing I didn't mention in the Zest is Romania are building a theme park around Dracula.
Oh, okay.
So I think they're investing $1 billion into it. It's a massive. It's going to have three hotels.
Wow.
A big cathedral. And a ballroom, like Dracula's ballroom, and rides, and you name it. It's a theme park. They're going to really capitalize on getting people to embrace Dracula.
That
so
interests me because Romania, even by itself,
Yeah.
just the architecture and the natural wilderness of of that country always looks
Amazing.
fascinating.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
No,
So,
I'll be keeping an eye on that.
Yeah. So I think it's quite obviously a number of years away.
Yeah.
Before it's available to visit. But
see 70-year-old Mark on the Dracu coaster, blood draining out of his face.
Yeah, and you get to suck into something. It's red coloured. So.
Yep, pain relief ice cream.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm there already.
Yeah. So I'm glad you're enjoying Silver. I look forward to when you finish it.
Yep. Keep chipping away. It's in well and truly in my reading rotation now.
There's volume 2 where that came from. So
awesome.
Yeah, it leaves you on a definite cliffhanger for the first volume.
That's one of the things I like about reading and comics in particular is always having things to look forward to.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Anything else you got going on?
No, not in the reading sphere. That's been about it this week. That's all the news there is to report.
Excellent. Well, let's get into the review.
Show me the money! I need to feel you, Jerry! Show me the money! Jerry, you better yell! Show me the money!
There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
The name's Bond.
James Bond.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
May the Force be with you.
May the Force be with you.
I'll be back.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother.
Okay. Say hello to my little friend!
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers!
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
Go ahead. Make my day.
What have you been watching?
Yeah, I saw Scream 7.
Yes, I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, because we mentioned it in the last episode. Yeah. So
because you said you were going to watch it by this episode.
I did say I was going to watch it.
And if you say you're going to watch something, it would be absolutely reprehensible for you not to have watched it.
Says you. But anyway, I will hold the mantle of honesty here and say that I'm going to go and see something. I'm going to go and see something.
Welcome up onto the pedestal of piety.
And I'll take it while I can. So yes, I did see Scream 7. This is a revisit of characters of past, where you are getting Sidney Prescott back in the fold.
Which one? That's Neve Campbell.
Neve Campbell, and you're getting Gail Weathers, which is
Courtney Cox.
Courtney Cox, thank you.
Unless it's Matthew Perry, that would have been bad.
Yeah, gee. We've got the band back together of those two, the fan favourites.
Yep.
And we are definitely leaning into our sort of updated AI technology world.
Yep.
Into this one. So I'm not going to give anything away. There is definitely a spoiler that I could mention, another actor who comes back into the fold.
Oh, don't do that.
But yeah, look, it's interesting. It's hard to. I mean, and they've done this with the Halloween films, where they've sort of brought back old characters. So they brought back Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yes.
Where they brought her back,
yep.
And sort of tried to sort of round it off and sort of hand it over to a new breed that is going to combat Michael Myers.
Yeah.
And they're kind of sort of skirting around the edges of doing that here,
okay.
Right? Look, pacing is good. Some interesting takes on Ghostface and, again, fandom and where does that go and what does that mean for different people and that type of thing.
You sound a little bit unimpressed.
No, not unimpressed. I just, maybe I'm getting old and seeing things in a different perspective.
You're definitely getting old.
But then, mentally, I'm not. Physically, I am. But I think that's the fun part. I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to build a bridge for new fans,
yeah.
right? And they're trying to build a bridge to get people to want to go back and rewatch the previous Scream films.
Okay.
To see what this one's all about.
Listener Benji wasn't impressed.
Yeah, okay.
Because
Okay.
I saw him, I alluded to it last week.
Yes,
but
you did.
I saw him in the shop, and,
Yeah.
he was a bit disappointed.
This is episode 17 that we're talking about here, not episode 16. No.
I wasn't going to mention that. Whole fiasco.
So we're in the correct time.
We're through the looking glass.
Yeah, we are. We definitely are. But yeah, okay. I can see what he's referring to.
Yeah.
I think that the payoff wasn't as big as the other shows have been.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's what it is. Is that the payoff. It's really hard to talk about because you don't want to give it away.
Yeah.
You know, they did this sort of this big lead up. You know, definitely AI was a huge influence in this one. And then when we had the curtain drawn,
yeah,
it was, you know, this small little wizard behind her, you know, who wasn't the Wizard of Oz after all. You know,
I'm not going to lie. I'm probably never going to catch up on these.
And so, but I don't want to, you know, spoil it for our listeners.
No.
either,
No.
you know,
I'm not saying
that's
that.
the hard part. So
no, I'm not saying that.
So yeah, I think. But again, what I think they're really pushing the envelope on was, you know, looks could be deceiving.
Yeah.
The payoff might not be what you're expecting it to be. It could be in the next film.
Right.
And so maybe there's that allusion to, okay, this could be more than what it actually is. Whether we
sounds more like a TV episode than a movie.
whether we get, well, I mean, you know, Scream does feel a bit like a mashed up TV series all in one.
It though?
No, not necessarily. Look, I think they've got their heart in the right place. Did it land? It kind of crashed a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, they lost some wheels and a tail rudder.
And yet you said it's made a fortune.
And it's done exceptionally well. So
they'll make more.
Horror does well. Like, you know, whether it's B grade, C grade, D grade, or A grade.
Yeah, just the news.
Just the news. That's a scream. But you definitely need some ice cream with Panadol in that one.
Yes.
But
at least.
Yeah. But you know, again, they're carrying the property forward. They're trying to bring a new audience to it. Is listener Benji or myself going to, you know, be happy for the way it landed? Probably not. Is our new audience? Probably, because it's really catering to that market. And so, yeah, I'll be interested to see where Scream 8 sort of comes into play.
Yeah.
You know, while we're talking about Scream, the Scary Movie hasn't landed as hard as they wanted it to. It's doing okay.
Or has it landed hard with a thud?
Yeah, it's not doing as well as it should be doing.
Yeah.
Will we be getting a 7 out of Scary Movie? Probably not. But they've tried to give it a go, and I commend them for, you know, bringing it into a new audience.
Has it not made money, or
it's made money, but it hasn't made money, if you know what I mean. It's not there yet. It's never going to be $1 billion film. Is it going to make enough for them to want to make a second?
Is it weird that it's out at the same time as Scream?
Yeah, it's really interesting. I don't know whether that was meant to be like a Barbenheimer, or, you know, where they have, you know, if you've seen Scream and you got scared of that, then you want to go and have a bit of a laugh at Ghostface in, Scary Movie.
I would think it would share audiences a bit.
Yes and no. Yes and no.
Star Wars people are Spaceballs people, aren't they?
Yeah, well, they are. But again, you know, I think it's the type of humour. You know, does that land with a new audience? I don't think it has. I think it's, you know, sort of our age that's grown up with it, that maybe that, you know, likes those stoner films that will go and see it.
Crap comedy.
Yeah, it really is crap comedy, and not in a bad way, but that's part of its humour, right?
Yeah,
you
the cheesiness.
Yeah, and silliness, and you know, they wear that very, very visibly on their sleeve.
Okay.
Right. So, but again, Is it gonna make enough to go into a second? Well, to number 7?
Yeah.
I would say probably not. It might get a Netflix, film version, for 7.
Yeah.
Will it be theatrical? Probably not.
No.
So yeah.
Netflix or something's probably a really good place for movies like that.
Yeah, I think so. Paramount would do something like that.
Yeah, but it's the sort of thing, like silly thing you'd put on, one night after work during the week. Or whatever.
Or a Saturday afternoon or something like that. You know. So yeah. Look, I hope there's a future for them. I mean, they've definitely put themselves out there for it.
Yeah, I hope so too. We need more silliness.
Yeah. What have you been watching?
I've actually been rewatching a couple of movies.
Okay.
I rewatched Hamnet on the weekend.
Okay.
With producer Kim, because she hadn't seen it.
Yep.
I went and saw it many, many months ago at the Astor.
Is that why you were talking all old English this afternoon when I came in?
Verily. Yes. Producer Kim, I'd managed to persuade her to see it. Originally, she was put off by the trailer because it was, it's got some fairly, heavy themes in it.
Yep.
Heart-wrenching type stuff. And so I think originally she was like, oh, no, I won't be watching that. But then with all the hype and it being nominated for so many awards and Oscars and everything, I think she decided that
probably worth a check out.
Yeah, be brave and give it a go.
Yep.
And so we watched it on streaming.
Yep.
And she really loved it. She can speak for herself in regards to it, but she really enjoyed the movie. Sort of hit in all the same ways as it did with me. I really enjoyed watching it for a second time.
Yep.
I think originally when I first saw it on the big screen, I was a bit overwhelmed with the visuals of it. It's a beautiful film.
Yep.
The cinematography and the set design and everything is gorgeous.
Yep.
But it was nice just to sit back and watch it and sort of absorb a bit more of the themes and the dialogue and the screenwriting and stuff this time.
Yep.
I love it now more than I did before. It's just a really great movie about grief, about life, about parenting, about art, about the power of art and about the power of story, and how it's important to individuals but also to societies. Just a great film.
It's on my list. I'll push it up.
Yeah, no, do that. And the other movie that I watched, I finally started my Avengers Doomsday.
Oh yes, I saw this.
Prep watch.
X-Men.
And this is why I haven't watched Monarch: Legacy of Monsters, because last night when I got home from work, I just wanted to sit and watch something.
Yep.
And I was tossing up whether I was going to watch that or this.
You wanted something that you didn't really have to think about.
Exactly.
Yep.
And I've also been dying to get this rewatch started because I know once I get it started, it'll pick up some momentum.
Yep.
And it's become a bit of a albatross over my monkey on my back.
Yes,
I don't know what it is.
One of those.
Albatross up in my pants.
That's paracetamol in your ice cream.
Yeah, it's become a bit of the albatross in my ice cream.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Hopefully it's not vanilla.
No. I rewatched X-Men, the original movie from 2000. I watched Disney Plus.
Did it hold up?
Yeah, completely. I mean, I don't know how many times I've seen it.
Yeah.
But it's one of those movies that I've completely lost count of how many times I've seen it.
It's been a while for me. I must admit, it's been a while.
My impressions of it this time, it's because it's been a few years.
Yeah.
I think the last time I watched it was when my boys were a bit younger.
Yep.
So it must have been a few years ago.
Yeah.
It's really great. It's not a super long movie. It's less than 2 hours.
Yeah, it's like 90 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah. And one of the things that struck me about it, a lot of the effects don't sort of hold up when you compare them to modern superhero movies.
Yeah.
But this movie it wasn't an independent film by any means, but it wouldn't have been made on the budget of an Avengers movie or a Star Wars movie or even a Superman James Gunn movie. Aside from the visual effects being very early 2000s, late 90s, I guess, it's a really succinct, really well written introduction to the world of the X-Men.
Yeah.
Because one of the things we have to remember now is that when a lot of people were watching this movie in 2000, many of them would never have heard of the X-Men.
Yeah.
A lot of them wouldn't have seen the animated show. They certainly wouldn't have read the comics.
No.
They wouldn't have understood the concept of mutants.
That's probably why they took the liberties that they did too, right? I mean, it's interesting you should say that it's a shorter film. I think X-Men was one of the first films to start doing a shorter format.
Yeah.
And the reason for that was because they weren't sure whether it was going to land.
Yeah.
Based on, comic films.
Yeah.
And
the genre was not even really a thing yet. The term superhero, superhero movies were a thing, but the term superhero movies as a genre up alongside rom-coms or buddy cops or whatever, it wasn't really a thing.
Who was first, X-Men or Blade? I think it was Blade.
Yeah, Blade was
Blade sort of
90s,
started to pave the way for
and
they've got a superhero film, right?
And they've got a very similar sort of vibe.
Oh, absolutely.
And because the X-Men's quite a dark film, it's shot mostly in the dark.
Yeah. They're wearing dark clothes.
Yeah, but there's some fairly graphic violence in it as well.
Absolutely.
But one of the things that struck me is why it's so great is that it's just a really succinct telling of introduction to the world of not just the X-Men, but the mutants, the world that the mutants exist in, the world of humans versus mutants, the whole concepts of anti-mutant hate, and it's just really great. And also the introductions to all of the characters too. They're very short, very succinct, but really effective. It's got some great writing in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it just me, or has James Marsden not aged at all?
It seems that way.
He just seems to be, because I'm watching Paradise.
Yes.
I'm into season 2 of Paradise now.
Yep.
I'll talk about that maybe next week's show.
Yeah.
But
he's definitely looked after himself.
He just doesn't look like he's aged much at all.
Yeah. I thought that until I watched X-Men last night.
Okay, maybe I'll watch it.
He does look like a baby.
Right, okay. He's got that face.
Oh, he's so good.
Yeah.
He's so good as Cyclops.
Yeah.
As Scott Summers. Some of the stuff between him and Hugh Jackman's Logan, I'd forgotten how good it is. The animosity and the back and forth is just delicious. It's not a buddy movie. It's not a buddy,
It's not Deadpool and Wolverine, right?
No, but it's got it's got the kernels of that in it.
Yeah.
And Marsden and Jackman, as even as young actors and largely unknown at that time, do a great job of making it charming and appealing.
I'm looking forward to seeing them together in Doomsday.
Yeah. Well, is Jackman in it?
He says he's not. I reckon he is.
Yeah, I don't know.
I reckon he is. I reckon he'll pop up.
I reckon we're going to see Halle Berry as Storm too.
They keep saying that she's not, but I reckon she'll.
They do too, but I mean, how are they going to resist getting her and Chris Hemsworth? Because they've just been in a movie together anyway, haven't they?
Yeah, she's been voted as the _1 black superhero.
Yeah.
In the African American community.
Well, she's
right? And they she is. Everybody, whenever they do those, this or that, this character or this character, Storm always is #1. Always #1.
She deserves to be.
So, and 100%. I'm definitely not disagreeing with you.
No.
But her character is so rich and it's got such a beautiful storytelling about her, and yet I don't think that they really have explored her enough when it comes to the X-Men films.
No, that's another thing that was interesting about watching this again last night is she's largely a supporting character in this. She gets her scenes, most definitely. She's got that one at the end where she comes in and kicks some ass. That's amazing, and definitely makes me want to see her and Thor either going at each other or teaming up together. Because but in the original X-Men movie, she does a whole lot with not heaps. Halle Berry, if that makes sense. Like she doesn't have heaps and heaps of dialogue. She's just got a few key scenes, but she does a really, really good job with what she's given. I'm not surprised that she's an inspiration.
What's really interesting is that she was third billing. Like, she was very well established actor when she went into X-Men. She'd done a whole bunch of films prior to that that were successful for her.
Yeah.
You know, she's outside of Patrick Stewart and Ian McCallum, she's the next one in the billing.
Yep.
And yet her presence is very minimal.
Yeah.
Which is really a really interesting take.
Well,
I don't know whether she ended up on the cutting room floor a lot of it, but
I think that they knew that they were going to make more.
Yeah.
Like I think they were fairly intent on making.
Well, they wanted to, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the studio definitely wasn't convinced.
No, but I think that's part of why they kept it sort of as a smaller production and kept it short. They just wanted to get the franchise off the ground.
Yeah.
Like, I think there was always an intention to tell more story and therefore more screen time for Halle Berry, which is what we get in the next one.
Yeah. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing those characters, you know, brought into, you know, the new DC universe.
The MC.
The MC universe. My apologies.
Yeah. I mean, look, hey,
let's do a crossover.
James.
Yep. Do a crossover, mate.
I think it's time.
Yeah.
But I'm really looking forward to seeing more of them as well, and I'm really glad to have gotten my rewatch started.
And we will get more X-Men films independently of Doomsday anyway.
Yeah, totally.
So I would anticipate that we'll get, you know, with all hopes that the world is still turning well, that we will get a X-Men versus Avengers as well, which would be amazing.
I think we'll get at least taste of that in the upcoming films.
Yeah. Have you got anything else that you've watched?
No, that's about me for this week.
Oh, well, I've got one other thing that I wanted to talk about, which was the Amazon Prime production of Young Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, yes.
Which has dropped.
Yep.
I binge watched this in a weekend. So we were lucky enough to have a long weekend. Our time just gone.
Yep.
And it's 8 episodes and managed to sort of do 3 a day-ish.
It's got Sean Bean in it, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't.
What am I thinking of?
You're probably thinking of Colin Firth.
Oh, Colin Firth.
Colin Firth is
right.
in it.
With a big mustache.
Yeah, with a very big mustache.
It was great.
So, yeah, this is Guy Ritchie. This is a Guy Ritchie production.
Yep.
So, same values that you see in the Sherlock Holmes films.
The Downey Jr. with Jude Law.
Yep. You're going to get in this one. This is a real sort of setup to those films.
Yep.
And what we're seeing, so the lead who's playing Sherlock, I think anybody who steps into the shoes of a Sherlock Holmes, it's either going to be hit or miss.
Yeah.
And I can imagine it'd be very daunting. It'd be like taking on the mantle of like Superman or Batman or any sort of well-known established character in history like Sherlock Holmes.
Well, like all those characters, the character's got a really critical fan base.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, Sherlock Holmes is now available in the public space, right? Yep. So you can sort of do any iteration that you want to do of that character,
and they do,
and they do, right? But I really enjoyed this.
How many episodes is it?
It's 8.
And you watched all of them?
Yeah, watched all of them. So just did 3 on the Friday, 3 on the Friday night, 3 on the Saturday, and I think we rolled it off on Monday, or we did an episode on Sunday and a couple episodes on.
And it was good.
Monday, and it was fantastic. So Hero Phineas Tiffin, what a name for an actor!
Amazing.
He is he's an up and comer. He is going to really do some great stuff. And I really look forward to watching his career.
Yeah.
He is great as Sherlock Holmes. And then we have I think his name is Donald, I think his pronunciation. Donald Finn. He's playing James Moriarty.
Donald Finn, yeah.
Yeah. So this is the telling of how Sherlock Holmes and James Moriarty meet for the first time. And I think there's a bit of liberties here. It's a little bit different from what we would normally expect an older Holmes and Moriarty to meet each other. But this is about their relationship and how they meet and how they work really well together.
Yeah.
So this is prior to Watson, when he teams up with Watson. This is them meeting very young, as in the name, young Sherlock Holmes,
Yeah.
at Oxford University, and how they start their friendship together, and how we can see, the cracks start to form in that relationship as we get to the end.
Yeah.
The production value is fantastic. The costume design, the set pieces, the sweeping landscapes of when they're outside are great. It's really deep rooted in that historical, purpose of Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
And the fight scenes are fantastic. The humor in it is great. The acting is fantastic. I can't rave on enough about this series.
Yeah.
And would highly recommend that and we do have a mystery. There is a mystery to solve.
You'd hope so.
And it's done exceptionally well. There is so many great twists and turns as you would expect in a Guy Ritchie film. And he wears his heart on his sleeve about loving Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
He's done 2 films. He's done this. It's very much a Guy Ritchie production, with a really sort of nice sort of spin on it. So if you want to dedicate a weekend, or jump on for a couple of episodes, every couple of weeks, I would highly recommend this film, this TV series. Sorry, and looking forward to season 2. I'm really crossing my fingers and toes on this that they're going to go into a season 2.
Yeah,
they've definitely left it open for one.
I've just been having a look at IMDb while you've been talking.
Yeah.
Because the name Donald Finn.
Yeah.
Rang a bell, and I've seen him in Wheel of Time, the Amazon series.
Yeah.
I think he took over a role that was filled by another actor in season 2, and then it was in season 2 and 3, and he's really good.
He plays a really complex James Moriarty.
Yeah.
But nothing about his history, and that's what makes him really engaging.
Yeah.
Hero plays that Sherlock Holmes who he's not the Sherlock Holmes that we're used to, because he hasn't had the life experience that what we're used to of a 40, 50-year-old man that we would expect to see, right?
Yeah.
Where he's had all this experience and heartbreak and turmoil and addiction and all that sort of stuff. We're not seeing any of that yet.
Yeah.
And so he plays a really interesting character of Sherlock Holmes leading up to that, horrible history that he goes through to be the person that he is.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. No, it's Hero finds Tiffin again. I'm just reviewing.
He did the We series, so it was like We, and then it was like We Are something. There were a lot of love stories. He's done a lot of love story films.
Well, he's the nephew of Rafe and Joseph Fiennes.
Right.
I think he's the son of their sister.
Right. That makes perfect sense.
And I think, because Joseph Fiennes
he's
he the father?
He's the father.
Yeah.
And so it's and we get to see the whole family. So Minecraft is in Minecraft. That's a whole different crossing of streams.
Well, do you know the actor that plays Mycroft?
Yes.
Is also he's the son of another famous British actor.
Right. Okay.
His name is Max Irons.
Not Jeremy's.
It's Jeremy's son.
Yeah. Right. Okay. There you go. So there's a lot of really great character actors in this.
Yeah.
Great ensemble cast.
All right, it's on my list.
Carries really well. Again, I can't rave about it enough. Tell us what you think. Hit us up on Pulp Culture Pod on all the socials, whether you think I'm right or wrong.
And it's on Amazon.
And on Amazon Prime.
Yep.
I think if you've got a Paramount, you can also watch it on Paramount somehow.
Yeah, it's all a bit.
Yeah, it's all a bit timey-wimey.
The streams.
One thing that we didn't mention is that in the Zest was that Paramount have come out, and I know we had our conversation last week about concerns. Apparently, HBO Max and Paramount Plus will be merging once the merger is all completed and done.
Oh, okay.
So watch this space. We'll definitely talk about it more in length when we have more information.
Watch what they do.
Watch what they do.
Not what they say.
Watch what that other hand is doing, not the one that's flailing around in front of you. So,
yes.
Maybe we should get into our feature.
Okay.
Well, happy Mario Day, as we mentioned earlier.
Happy Mario Day to all who celebrate.
Yeah, absolutely, and thank you to again to one of our very faithful listeners, Andrew, for making this suggestion. So what I thought I'd do
happy Mario to you, Andrew.
Yeah, happy, and he's a super fan, from my understanding.
It's a him. I'll stop now.
It's all right. You got the drums. So I thought I might open a new feature called the Fandom Files.
Ooh.
Yeah. And did you like the X-File music in there? I just thought I'd put that in there.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, excellent.
You better put it in.
So I thought I would go through and give you some fandom files.
Bring it.
Of things that you might know and you might not know.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the origins. So, I've got about 30 items here, but I'll be able to move through these relatively quickly, listeners. And definitely let us know what your thoughts on Mario are. And we've both obviously grown up with Mario when it was first released.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well,
I should, from the outset, I'll confess, like, I'm not as much over Mario as you were.
Well, do you remember the Mario, and this is where we get into the origins, do you remember Mario on Donkey Kong? So on the Game & Watches that you used to get, you used to have the Donkey Kong throwing the barrel. That was Mario.
Mario was the villain or whatever.
He was the guy that was going to, knock off Donkey Kong, right?
Because I had one of those. I had a Game & Watch, but I never had like a Nintendo or any of that sort of stuff. It was only when I got into my 20s and I started hanging out with you guys and you were all over it, and I'd try and play and I just couldn't keep up. I've never gotten good at it.
Yeah,
but it's still,
neither have I. But
it's still fun.
It's about the fun, right?
Yeah.
So back in 1981, Mario first appeared with Donkey Kong, which we were just talking about.
Yeah.
He actually wasn't referred to as Mario, and this is probably where that misconception comes in too.
Yeah.
Is he was actually referred to as Jumpman. Because that's what he did. He jumped around and, jumped over barrels and, unlocked the keys and, made Donkey Kong fall to his doom, right?
I thought Jumpman was Michael Jordan.
So, well, he was the original Jumpman.
Oh, okay.
So Mario was created by Shigeru Miyamoto, is his name.
Mm-hmm.
And the character's name was actually after Mario Sergale, who actually happened to be Nintendo's landlord. Right? Okay. So he's named after their landlord. They obviously liked him enough to name him after the character.
Where's this, Tokyo or something?
Yeah. So
in Japan.
In Japan.
Yeah.
And so the interesting part about this is that Mario's profession originally was a carpenter. So when he was first introduced as Jumpman and then he became Mario, he was a carpenter. So when they did their first game, they had all these pipes, that he was going up and down. Didn't make sense to have a carpenter, so they changed him into a plumber.
Okay.
So that's where Mario comes into being the backstory of being a plumber.
Like Harrison Ford.
He was a carpenter.
Mm-hmm.
And then he became a scoundrel. So,
He did. Scruffy-looking Nerf herder.
12 baskets. Yeah. So the interesting part about Mario is when they were developing him as a character, you got to remember that the graphics weren't as good as they were as they are now.
No.
So a lot of this was what they called 8-bit, which was everything was square.
Yeah.
So the hat, the mustache, and the nose profile came from them. So the nose profile came because it was easy to define the face.
Yeah.
The hat and the mustache came from actually them hiding hair and a mouth so that they didn't have to animate it. So he was pretty much a still character moving around the screen. So it was that's where the mustache and the hat come from.
Okay.
Which is really, I mean, it's quite fascinating that from early concept it was more of a cheat so that they didn't have to spend more work on it.
And now it's an icon.
Right? Yeah. So later on, it was revealed that, and I didn't know this. This was doing this research for Fandom Files, was that Mario and Luigi are actually twin brothers.
Yep.
It was mentioned in the film, but prior to that, I wasn't aware of that.
Okay.
And I thought that maybe they'd just done it for the film, but it is actually the case.
Okay.
So Mario's girlfriend earlier on in the games, her name was Pauline, not Princess Peach.
Okay.
And so we will see a Pauline in a coming up.
I was going to say, I wonder where she is today.
Yeah, so she will turn up.
Yep.
So yeah, really interesting again. But they wanted to bring the princess in because Disney was obviously popular. And so they brought their own princess into a universe.
Okay.
So that's where Princess Peach came into play. Yeah. So Super Mario Brothers helped to revive the video game industry after the video game crash of 1983. Now, I knew nothing about this video game crash, and this is another completely separate, topic that we can talk about. But essentially, what was happening is that was at the time of like ColecoVision, Activision, and Atari, who were sort of bringing out these cartridge games. The market was absolutely saturated with this sort of home entertainment unit.
Lots of different companies, lots of different
games,
competing consoles.
Consoles, lots of investment in these consoles. We had the debacle of the ET game that is, synonymous with collectors, and how badly that was, and how they ended up, I think it all went into landfill. So if you've got one of those games now, it's worth like millions of dollars.
Okay.
But yeah, so there was this actual crash based on saturation.
Yeah.
We also had arcades that were very, very popular at the time.
Yep.
And so the arcades sort of shifted away from those as well.
Yep.
And then obviously it shifted back. So Mario Brothers helped to bring that Super Mario Brothers game on the Nintendo.
Yeah.
Just the Nintendo, the original. And the game originally sold 40 million copies on the Super Nintendo.
Wow.
Which really brought that resurgence back. And then Super Mario 64 revolutionized like 3D platforming. So Mario has been a very key piece of, sort of in that gaming industry.
Yeah.
And really sort of pushed to the forefront of when it came to what to expect from games. And we've seen that time and time again when they've brought out new Mario, worlds and, open worlding, and, like Mario was the first one to do open world as well.
Okay.
So Mario's appeared in 200 plus games.
Oh, wow.
So, like he's done multiple genres.
Okay.
We've had Super Smash Brothers
Yeah.
and, things like that.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. So interestingly enough, the coin sounding effect is one of the most recognizable sounds in gaming.
Yeah.
It's a bit like the Willem scream, right?
Yeah.
We know exactly where that's from. It's the same with the coin. You hear the coin, you instantly turn around and you're like, oh, it's Mario.
It is. It is an iconic sound.
It is an iconic sound. Let's get into some villains and allies.
Yeah.
So Bowser is also known as King Koopa, which is a little bit confusing depending on what country you live in.
Yeah.
Depends on whether you refer to him as Bowser or King Koopa.
I imagine there's lots of different translations of many of the names. And
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly. And so, like in Japan, when Super Mario Brothers came out, he's not referred to as Bowser; he's referred to as King Koopa.
Okay.
So Yoshi debuted in Super Mario World.
Yep.
That was his first. And Toad was originally just one of many identical mushroom people.
Okay.
But then they obviously, extended that universe and gave him sort of his own sort of personality and type. In the latest trailer, we see a lot of the mushroom people.
Yeah.
Obviously, Toad's a bigger player in this Super Mario Galaxy.
Can I make a confession?
Yeah.
Toad sort of gives me the creeps.
because he's got that big hat.
I don't know what it is.
He's sort of deformed.
No, I don't know.
Deformed character.
Yeah, no, he's just, I don't know. Maybe it's the fungus that's progressed to the point where
the evolutionary
gained sentience. Yeah, I don't know. I've got nothing against him because he's very cute, but I just
maybe he's had one too many paracetamol ice creams, right?
I wish.
He's sort of got that overgrown head going on.
Yeah, no, Toad gives me the creeps.
Yeah, well, the interesting part about and in the latest film, we see a lot of those mushroom people.
Yep.
They remind me of Minions.
Yeah.
So I think they're kind of giving you that Minion feel.
I'm sure that's not on purpose.
Yeah, that's where I was leading to. But anyway, we digress. Wario was created as Mario's evil rival.
Yeah.
So sort of from another universe. Mario was sort of battling all these characters, but he didn't really have other than Bowser. So if he defeats Bowser, who's he going to then defeat, right? So
he's like Pete from Mickey Mouse cartoons.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah. Donkey Kong started as Mario's enemy before he became one of the heroes.
Yeah, Donkey Kong's my favourite.
And Donkey Kong, we're hoping to see in this film.
Yeah.
I still think we'll get a cameo. It's on the cards, right?
Yeah.
Moving on to TV and comics, Mario started in the cartoon. He starred in the cartoon, the Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you remember that, but it was actually part live action, part cartoon.
No.
So we'd have an introduction of live actors.
Okay.
And then they would sort of introduce the adventure that was going to come up in the cartoon. It was really short. It was like 15 minutes, I think it was.
Okay.
So we sort of got a top and tail with live action, and then we got sort of a story in between.
Sounds a bit bonkers.
Interestingly enough, Mario was played by, and I'm not too sure if you recognise the name. Some of our wrestling listeners will definitely get this, which was Captain Lou Albano. So Captain Lou Albano, you might recognise the name.
I do.
He turned up in as the father in Girls Just Want to Have Fun, film clip of Cyndi Lauper.
Oh, yeah.
And the link with Cyndi Lauper is, with Captain Lou Albano, is that she played his manager back in the WWE time, which was to bring pop stars and wrestling together to sort of push wrestling even further.
I wonder if he was
the popularity chain.
I wonder if he was featured in the Goonies Are Good Enough.
He was.
Music video as well.
He was.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
there's a bunch of wrestlers in that, isn't there?
Yeah, that's right. But there was that link with Cyndi Lauper as well, who did the song.
Awesome.
So that's
one of my favourite music videos ever, by the way.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah,
it's so much fun. So there's a link with wrestling.
Yeah.
And a link with pop stars with the Super Mario Brothers. Was it the Super Mario Brothers Super Show? Like, they couldn't make that any longer. The show's catchphrase was...
Just wait till the 7th movie in this series,
and they did.
Then you'll see some long titles.
Well, they had a song. They had a song which was "Do the Mario," which was their catchphrase.
Of course.
Yeah, it was like "Do the Bartman," right? So it kind of didn't catch on. I think "It's a Me" is probably the catchphrase for Mario. And Nintendo licensed Mario comics through Valiant Comics in the early 90s. And they went off script. They were all over the place.
That's what comics are for.
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. It was a bit like your Indiana Jones comics. I think they were right off script, but they were super fun to read, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's more of the characters you want. And if you want more, they get into some pretty wild stories.
Yeah. We had a live action movie, which was the Super Mario Brothers, which is that live action adaptation that everybody wants to forget, which had Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo in it, which was an interesting take on a film.
If you want to hear a fun podcast about that, by the way, just a plug for another podcast.
Yeah.
Zachary Ruane and Mish Wittrup, their Mish and Zach's Leguizamo podcast.
Okay.
I think it was it was one of their first episodes of that show.
Right.
They do a comprehensive review of the Mario movie, and it's a really, really good listen.
Okay, I'll put that on my list for sure.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
We know that Chris Pratt is doing the voice of Mario, which was definitely received poorly when it was announced.
It was.
But I think that he's done a good job.
Yeah. I think it was only received poorly just because he's done so much
other stuff.
Yeah.
That wasn't related to voiceover work.
Well, but also voiceover work because he was the lead in the Lego movies.
He was, yes.
I feel like there was something else too, but yeah, he just had sort of oversaturated a bit of that.
Yeah.
But he did do a really good job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Both the guys who did Luigi in the.
Oh, good question.
No, that's all right.
You go fact checking.
I will. I'll go deep diving.
Yeah, but and obviously we had the original Mario, the voice of Mario. He was played Mario's dad.
Yep.
In the end of the film.
Okay. Yep.
And so we got to hear him. With regards to
Charlie Day.
Charlie Day, of course.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sunshine.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Yeah. And also from the Lego movie.
Yeah. So in 2023 we had the first Mario film.
Mm-hmm.
That scored over $1 billion worldwide.
Yeah, it was great fun.
So let's go to a little bit. We talked about culturally how popular Mario is.
Yeah.
So obviously Mario is the official mascot of Nintendo.
Yep.
And the Mario franchise is probably one of the best-selling entertainment franchises in history.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah. So that's our Mario Day, our Fandom Files.
Nice.
Some things that I didn't know that, being a fan of the Mario games, I didn't know some of that, but we'd love to hear your thoughts on Mario. I'm sure listener Andrew will probably say, "Yeah, I knew all that." No, he didn't. But yeah, there's some interesting fun facts in there, and I think it'd be great for us to, from time to time, sort of open the Fandom Files on some other characters.
Yeah, we'll do multiple focuses on things. There's an endless world of subject matter. So.
Yeah, and we don't talk about games a lot, so this is a great opportunity for us to include our gaming audience that we have. I'd
definitely like to talk about them more because I like learning stuff and I don't know as much about games as I do about other stuff.
Yeah, and it encompasses all sort of genres of what we talk about too, with movies and TV and comics
and more and more, like the crossover between the different forms of entertainment is only increasing. So,
100%. 100%. Yeah. So that's it for the Fandom Files. I think we're sort of getting towards the end of the show. I think we've just got the shout.
Yeah, we do.
Have anything to shout about this week?
I do.
In a nice way?
Yeah, no, I do. I've got a really positive shout.
Excellent. Good.
In the shop during the week, I met someone that I hadn't met before by the name of Evan. Evan is the gentleman that runs the Geelong Comic and Toy Fair.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
Which is coming up in less than 2 weeks. It's on Sunday, the 22nd of March at the Norlane ARC Auditorium down in Geelong.
Yep.
And I had a bit of a chat with him at the comic book shop. It was really nice to meet him. He's obviously very enthused about pop culture and the community and comics and toys and all sorts of stuff. I just said I'd give a shout out because I'd been aware of the comic and toy fair at Geelong for some time, and by the time this episode comes out, you'll still have time to get tickets. There's I think early bird entries something like $15. Standard entries like $5. So you can either book online at gctf.com.au. You can check out their Instagram, which is Geelong Comic and Toy Fair.
We're definitely following them.
Yeah, we are. And Evan follows us too. is listening to the show.
Yep. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, and I really like the motto of the comic and toy fair at Geelong as well. It's feed your passion.
Ooh, that's good.
And yeah, I think that really encapsulates basically what
we do.
Our podcast is about too.
Yeah.
It's about talking about the things that we love and the things that we enjoy. So yeah, definitely if you're in the Geelong area or nearby, get along to the Geelong Comic and Toy Fair on Sunday, the 22nd of March.
Yeah.
And if you do, let us know how you go and who you meet, what you might buy, and the things that you see there. And we'd love to hear how it goes.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
We got hit up this week from one of our listeners, and his name's Marcus. Marcus is doing something. It's a little bit unique, and I thought it's definitely worth a shout on the show.
G'day, Marcus.
And thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Marcus is doing something called the Barbershop Comic Stop, and so what he's doing is he's got a number of curated, specially curated comics that he has on sale in a barbershop.
Okay.
So when you think about it, you're sitting there, you're waiting to get served.
Yep.
And then you're essentially sitting there waiting for your hair to get cut.
Yep.
Or styled or whatever you do when you go to a hairdresser.
Totally shaved off.
Yeah, absolutely. And so what a better way than to purchase a comic and sit there and read it while you're either waiting or you're sitting in the chair.
So did you say it's a swap?
It's actually he's opened a tiny little store.
Okay.
Inside a barbershop.
Just for the love of comics.
For the love of comics. So he wants to do this more. He wants to get out to more and more to either barbershops or hair salons.
So where's he doing this?
Yeah, so he's got his first little store at called K&S Barbershop, which is in Mullaney, in Queensland, so they've given him a go, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah, what a fun idea.
Comics start at $5. I mean, they're obviously they're not new. They're pre-loved.
$5 is really good for a comic these days.
But it ranges in genres, in age groups. So there's something for everybody in there. And I think it's great. It's a selection of about 100 comics.
Oh, wow.
That you can sort of flick through the box and purchase and read.
Yeah, nice.
I think this is a fantastic idea. Something that's a little bit off the wall, something a little bit different.
Yep.
But it makes perfect sense.
As far as I'm concerned, anything that gets comics in front of people, because I think it's one of the things that I'm very conscious about is when I've been travelling to my new job on public transport, so I catch the tram and sometimes the train, and I sit there and I read my comics. And I know that a lot of people have, I guess, apprehensions about doing that.
Yeah.
They feel like they're going to be judged for reading kids' stuff or whatever. But one thing that I've learned over the last few years is that comics are for everybody. And I think that the more that we get them out into public spaces and people see other people reading with them and interacting with them, the better. So I think this is a great initiative.
Well, it's seen as a form of literature now. I mean, we see it in public schools.
Yeah.
I mean, I know in high schools they have a fairly large, Marvel DC range as well as some manga.
Yeah.
I mean, not all manga can be put in a public school.
Not all comics can.
Either. But it is seen as a form of literature. It is showing up in our libraries as well.
Yeah.
I think there was a movement quite a number of years ago about reading comics in public. I remember something along those lines.
Yeah, it rings a bell.
Yeah, help us out, listeners. Let us know, Pop Culture Pod, what that was.
Yeah, I think it's. I don't know whether it coincided with like my early days working in bookshops or early parenthood or whatever it was. Yeah. But I've always been very conscious of. There is a stigma about. Well, there's a stigma about reading in some circles, but there's a stigma about reading comic books that it's
sort of
lesser.
low brow.
Yeah. But my take on it has always been that any sort of reading is good for you. Like, I mean, if particularly kids, but not even just kids, adults. Like, it's a really good habit to be in. It's meditative, it's relaxing, it's soothing, it's educational, and it's fun. And my take has always been, people that look down on people reading comics.
Well, they haven't given it a go.
They haven't given it a go. Like, chances are they're not reading anything themselves.
Yeah, or they're not reading the right books.
No. And so, my level of confidence in reading comics in public is quite high, because I tend to think if anyone's going to look down on me, well, then, frankly, screw those people.
Well, I told you my story of losing those Nightwing books, from and that was in public in a food court, during my lunch break.
Well, let's not get people scared about getting a comic stolen
lose your
while
comics.
they're reading them.
No, they didn't get stolen. Well, I made the mistake of forgetting them, and it's my own fault. And
but it's just I quite proudly fly the flag of reading comics in public, and a bit like this initiative from I've forgotten.
From Marcus
in Queensland.
Yeah.
Getting comics out into spaces where you wouldn't necessarily expect to see them.
Yeah.
I think is great because comics are wonderful, and reading is wonderful. No matter how you do it, whether it's reading 800-page books or whether it's reading a comic book that takes you 15 minutes. Reading is good for you. It's really fun. It's educational. And whatever form you're doing it in, you're doing something really good for yourself and for others.
Well, I love about this, and you'll definitely will too, is that he says, he sort of gave me a bit of a blurb, and he said, instead of selling a portion of my collection online to collectors and investors, he goes, I wanted to reach mums and dads and kids and new fans of the hobby. And what a better way to start a micro business.
How good is that?
What a great sort of platform to have that foundation on.
Yeah, what a great spirit to launch something from.
Yeah, I think that's fantastic. So do yourself a favor, check him out on Instagram. He's the Barbershop Comic Stop.
Okay.
We're following him. I think that's why he reached out to us, because we were following him, we were liking his posts. And I think he reached out and thought, I'll ask these guys. If you're in Queensland, in the Maleny, which I'm guessing is a suburb of somewhere in Queensland, you can check out K&S. We're giving a double plug here. K&S Barbershop in Maleny, which is Shop 3, number 1, Maple Street in Maleny, Queensland. So if you're in that area, definitely check out the barbershop first. Grab yourself a comic, sit down and enjoy that while you get a haircut.
What's the Instagram tag again, Nath?
It is the Barbershop Comic Stop. Good ring.
Yeah, definitely.
Good ring to it. Just make sure, the only thing that I probably would suggest is make sure that you give an accurate, don't be reading a Guy Gardner comic at the time and getting a Guy Gardner cut. You don't want that bowl cut back.
No.
So make sure you give an accurate sort of picture don't point it to the page and go, I like this guy.
Unless that's what you want.
Yeah,
my confidence levels couldn't pull it off.
Definitely not. Nathan Fillion can, but I don't.
Yeah, totally. But he's Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, that's right.
What a great initiative. And thanks for reaching out, and we look forward to keeping an eye on the progress of the project.
Yeah, 100%. And keep us up to date, Marcus. We love what you're doing, and we'll if you've got anything else that you'd like us to shout about, whether it's a convention, an expo, business like the Barbershop Comic Stop, whether you've
theatre,
got
music, visual arts, whatever you like.
Yeah, if you're a nerd rock band, we'd love to hear from you.
That'd be sick.
Yeah. So let us know. Hit us up on Pulp Culture Pod on all the socials. Send us a DM. We'd be happy to talk about it. We talked about Aussie comics last week. Those two fantastic comics of Fortress and Smiling Dam.
Yep. And we'll talk about Aussie comics again.
And we will. So definitely let us know. This is what this show's all about. It's about building a community of positivity and sharing ideas and concepts and celebrating those as well.
This is a bit without notice, Nath.
Oh,
But I was thinking when I was listening to the last episode,
Yeah.
and we were talking about the Aussie comics.
Yes.
And I was just thinking about how much
Thanks
fun.
for listening, by the way.
Oh, that's a pleasure. I haven't subscribed, but
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're onto a good thing.
I'll just pop in and out.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
But
Good to know.
no, I was thinking about that, and I love talking about Aussie comics, and we will continue to talk about Aussie comics. But it was also making me think about. I know we've got listeners overseas as well.
Yes, we do.
I'd love if anyone's out there doing like a local comic in their area.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be in Australia,
Yeah.
but just somewhere. Like if you're just producing a small scale comic in your area of the world, it doesn't have to be an Aussie one.
Yeah.
You know, we're all one nerd world.
Yeah.
Let us know, because I'd love to hear about
Yes.
what your local product is. You know, whether you're in the southern United States, or you're in the UK, or Scandinavia, or Africa, or wherever. Like if you're listening to the podcast, first of all, thank you. And but if you're working on your own comic book on any sort of level, whether you're planning on getting it printed
what
or
a platform.
yeah. If you want us to talk about it,
Yeah.
you let us know, because we'll, as I said, we'll continue to talk about Aussie comics. We're an Australian podcast, but we would love to.
That doesn't limit us, right?
Not at all.
Yeah.
We'd love to champion your work, whatever it is that you're working on. We know what it's like to be sitting in your own space, making this thing, thinking that no one's ever going to see it. If you want to talk about it, or if you want to let us know what you're up to, what your progress is,
Yep.
give us a shout. As Nath said, hit us up on any of the socials.
Yep.
on Pulp Culture Pod.
Yep.
And maybe we'll talk about your stuff as well, because it just made me think about some of our other enthusiasts out there, and they could be anywhere.
And
So
don't be afraid to talk to us. We are totally here with open arms. Let's build this community of positivity and celebrate the wins.
yeah, celebrate a small scale creativity wherever it is.
Yeah, if you're creating anything, you are a small majority of a large majority that's actually doing something about it, right?
Yeah.
So rejoice in that. Know that you are creating something amazing, that even if it's one person that loves it, that is one person that didn't know that was something that they were going to love beforehand.
Yeah.
So do it. Be creative. We'd love to hear about it. And on that note of positivity, it's the end of the show, which is now not so positive.
I've enjoyed this one.
It's been a bumper. We do apologise for taking up more of your time than usual.
No, we don't. No, he does. I don't.
Yeah, I'm the timekeeper.
No, I want to spend as much time with you all as I can.
Yep, but we will be back next week. We promise. And in imperfect order. But we hope that you've enjoyed Mario Day as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you. We hope that
it was a fun.
And we hope that
I said I'd stop.
you didn't have too much paracetamol ice cream in this episode, and that you were able to go along the journey for us. But
hook us up, Tylenol.
Stay tuned next week when you'll hear MJ say,
in brightest day, in blackest night, let those who worship evil's might beware my power, Green Lantern's light.
What a fantastic ending. Thanks, everybody.
Only stuffed it up a little bit in the middle.
Stay fresh.
See ya.
Like what you're hearing? Tell your friends. Follow us on socials at Pulp Culture Pod. And if you're feeling generous, drop us a 5-star review on your favourite podcast platform.
Do the Mario, swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario, take one step. And then again, let's do the Mario all together now. You got it. It's the Mario. Do the Mario, swing your arms from side to side. Come on, it's time to go. Do the Mario, take one step. And then again, let's do the Mario all together now. Come on now, just like that.